everybody, and welcome back to day 3 of the 2025 Red Bull King of the Air. It's the day we have all been waiting for because it's finals day, baby. As you can see behind me, the athletes are getting ready. The atmosphere here on the beach is really building, and I'm gonna be honest, I feel like I'm almost going to compete because the feelings inside of me is you know, I can just really feel the atmosphere here on the beach. But we have so many interesting heats lining up, and I'm just so excited to watch them all. But since I'm on the beach, the boys are cozying the booth, I think it's time for a little conditions update. I've been on the beach for the past hour, and I can really feel the wind increasing at least 5 knots over the last half an hour. The sand is starting to fly, it's hitting my legs, and I'm spotting some really nice left foot kickers out there, and also it seems quite nice and flat in between the waves. But yeah, some of the female athletes are already on the water. I saw them on 8 meters, so it really says that the wind is starting to pick up. But while I'm here, I know the boys are comfortable in the booth, so let's see what they're up to.
All right, Therese, thank you very much. And again, a warm and windy welcome to day 3, finals day of the 2025 Red Bull King of the Air, the world's most prestigious big air kite surfing event, the one you've all been waiting for, as Therese says, the day you've all been waiting for. To my right, in the commentary booth, 9-time competitor at King of the Air event here, Lewis Crathon, great to have you, and big air pioneer, Ruben Lenton. Gents, oh, energetic intro there from Therese. You can feel the energy on the beach. Day 3, 3 days of kiting that we have brought to you live from the incredible city of Cape Town. How's it going, boys?
Yeah, it's going great, Colin. Enjoying a start like this today where we have the luxury to sort of wait and relax and wait for the best winds. That was Zara Hugenrad on your screens. But Ruben, you know, 3-day event. You've been here before. What's that like when you're still in the event and you have to wait and wait and wait? Is that difficult?
Yeah, it's right up my street. I got plenty of patience, so they didn't catch me on that. No, it's unbelievable. But yeah, we are playing with Mother Nature. She is in full control, and we can only adapt and use her at the right time. So thank God she's blessing us with some great conditions this afternoon to finish the Red Bull King of the Air 2025. And we have got some belters of heats coming up. Yep. There have been some upsets earlier on already, but I think we have a very strong semifinals coming up.
Yeah. No, we do. That is exactly that. We have a strong lineup indeed that we are bringing to you live for those of you from all around the globe joining us here at the 2025 Red Bull King of the Air. So let's take a quick look at the current situation. Here's the comp ladder. As you can see, the second column on the right, second last column on the right is where we currently are in the Opens division in the semi-finals. Set to bring to you. Lewis, what do you see in front of you?
Yeah, I see Heat 19, first semi-final. Lorenzo Casati, probably expected him to be there. Parker Sage having a belter though to get into that semi. Luca Taritu was probably favourite to get in that one as well, but Leo, he's really coming through the young Grom. Cohen van Dijk a belter 2 and Zach Adams in the 3rd, but we probably thought Andrea Principi would have made that one.
100%, and of course we've got the women's division as well with Zara Hugenrad, current Red Bull Megaloop champion, and of course a title defender Francesca Meni. So this is gonna be a heat with high scoring tricks. They are hungry to land in the final.
Yeah, an unbelievable heat that is. That's round 2, heat 3 we'll start with first, by the way, in that spot. The winner will be on the podium. But let's take a look at some key moments from the competition so far, I think, Colin.
Yeah, no, we will start off with the Casati brothers, a story here in the making, which is going to be taking the internet by storm. The youngest competitor, but Lewis, talk us through these highlights from these two brothers.
These two brothers are lighting up the world of kiteboarding. We have to make a correction as well. We have seen two brothers in here before, Sean Richmond and his brother Jesse, of course, 2013 and 2014. Hey, boys, we didn't forget in the end, but these are the two Casati brothers here on your screen. Very similar styles. This is Leo here demonstrating such control, and there is the big brother on your shot now who looked very comfortable in the early rounds, didn't he? He smashed everyone 4 points ahead of anybody else so far, so they are looking very strong. Are they going to be on the podium? We've never seen two brothers like this in the semis.
Well, we can actually find them in the final together, and they have got quite similar styles, and it just comes down to who gets lucky connecting the right gust with the right kicker and really stick their landings. And then, of course, that variety score, jumping all the, going out, going in, and pulling in the dirty loops, the loops, and just putting out an overall performance, because we are here to crown the most complete big
The
air
most
rider.
complete rider. That is so important. And the variety score is playing a big factor with Lorenzo leading the stats in that regard. But we currently also have what seems to be a new wave of American competitors at this year's events. So Parker Sage, and of course, let's not forget, top of the list here, Zach Adams.
Zach Adams absolutely displaying a phenomenal energy on the water with a very nice style of riding. Also jumping very close to the spectators. And yeah, he has been riding as hard as his patriot Parker Sage, who came storming through his heats and actually managed to make it to the semifinals. So yeah, US presence is strong this year.
It is strong. And Parker being slightly underrated, I would say, going into this event, when you hear some of the chatter that was going around, but he has completely abolished any chatter that has put him as a very well-deserved semi-finalist finish. As you see here, an incredible rodeo mega loop there from Parker Sage. So he's put on a belter of a display as well.
Yeah, he seems to be very in control there on his read in Master Model, a kite that he's just getting used to. Here he's going for the doobie with a rodeo. Very impressive, putting the boards between your legs whilst rotating upside down and looping that kite. So very impressive riding from these Groms.
Colin, I wonder if the pressure's off them, knowing someone from the United States has been on the podium, has won it before. There's always that pressure when it's like, please, no one's done it from our country, but they have, so the pressure's off a little bit like that.
It is a little bit off, and 2020 was the last time we saw an American rise to the podium here at the Red Bull King of the Air. But it's not stopping there, as we now are going to concentrate on the move of the day, if I could call it that. There were some belter of moves, but take us through this one from Zach Rubin.
This was Zach in the dying seconds of the heat, and the one that secured the deal for him in the semifinals. And he calls it the Zach attack. It's actually a quadruple board flip, but not only a board flip. He was doing this whilst he was making back rotations and looping his kite. So a very impressive and technical performance here from Zach Adams. And he couldn't believe that the board actually came back to him. That's why we call it the boomerang as well, because who believed the board will come back to him? He didn't even, and he caught it. And what an impressive moment. And of course, very upsetting for Andrea Principi, who was on his way to a three-peat, winning 3 consecutive Red Bull King of the Air titles in a row. But Zach Adams stopped him.
Yeah, we now have to talk about Cohen van Dijk, who's negotiated the event so far very calmly, actually, and gone about his business. He finds himself in the semi-finals here, the North Rider here, with a nice, massive mega loop. Delayed back row as a board spin as well there, and he just looked very comfortable. He was achieving really good heights in his heats. He hasn't had any major crashes. He looks really confident. He's one of the most experienced here. Right foot forwards as well, demonstrating no problems there with that massive dirty loop board off with plenty of front roll rotations. He's been podiuming quite well over the last few years. He's in one of the top 5 big names. Now, can he make that push to get through to his first podium here?
No, definitely, and he has. This is his second semi-final in 4 appearances for him at the Red Bull King of the Air. So very excited, but of course, a bit of a shock moment, and a very historic first, I shall say, here was a moment between Luca Cerruti and Giel Vlucht, when we saw towards the end of the heat, Luca Cerruti came in for a kite change. You can see there in the front, he was in the yellow vest, using what is known as a foil kite. It's a kite that's not inflated with bladders, and his very first trick, he went out, just hung in the air forever with a mega loop tornado, board off on the way down and sticking it clean. That scored his second highest trick of the heat. Talk about improvisation and a historic first. We've never seen a kite like this used at this event before.
Wasn't great news for your fellow countrymen, though, was it, Ruben?
Now, of course, Giel is a bit of a heavier rider, but he was trying to squeeze every drop out of his gear and out of the wind there. But unfortunately, there was a bit of a lull in the wind, and it was a bit questionable whether it should be postponed.
I feel for him.
I also feel for Giel.
Definitely feel for Giel.
However, Luca really, it is the open division. They can use hydrofoil boards, hydrofoil kites, and that just performs a little better in light wind. But let's hear from Giel to see how he feels about getting kicked out.
Yep.
Okay, so Luca pretty much used a kite that no other brand has right now. Used a foil kite that's small enough and quick enough for loops, and still gets hang time and power when tube kites just don't. Big risk for him also, because he didn't know how it would score exactly, but it worked out for him. So yeah. Respect and anything to Luca and the Fly Surfer team, because that was the right call. I was thinking, damn, I should have pumped my 15, because I have a 15 that could loop. I don't think the judges would like it. So, and the wind was quite good, I think, the whole day, or quite strong at least. maybe gusty, but at least strong. So I didn't think about pumping up a 15, but that's what I thought. It's like that would have been nice to give a try right now.
Well, that was very interesting to hear about how Heel feels about that deal, but he took it on the chin.
Yeah, no, go for it.
Yeah. No, so that was a tough scenario there in that instance. But it is about adapting to the conditions and crowning, as you guys have said, the most overall and complete rider. But this is where we are slowly starting to heat things up. Yeah, we are winding down the clock, getting ready for the first women's heat, Ruben, as you correctly said. So, gents, what do you think we could expect for today?
Yeah, I think the riders remaining now, they have been mentally preparing. They are eyeing the conditions. Everybody's putting the energy into that wind, into the kickers. I think it's going to be high tide just after 6. So I think we're going to see some perfect conditions for them to really display all their tricks. And yeah, I'm very curious to see what Zara will do against Francesca.
Yeah, and you saw there Heel having to go into a different mode altogether, supporting partner Zara Hülkenraad, his partner, former Big Air, I think current Big Air world champion. She's got to go against the current Red Bull King of the Air champion in the women's division. This is an unbelievable heat. It's basically a final.
So it is, and as unbelievable as it is, let's hand over to Therese, who's on the beach, to give us an update. Go for it, Therese.
Guys, we're about to see one of the most exciting heats this year because our former champion, defending champion Francesca Mani, is facing our Red Bull Mega Loop champion, Zara Hülkenraad. And I'm telling you, these girls are fired up. They've been training all year for this competition, and I know for a fact they have one goal, and that is to win this event. So I've been watching them here on the beach, getting prepared, and you can just like feel the fire, feel the focus. And I'm gonna tell you, they both are so ready to show what they got. It's gonna be a heat of the champions, that's what I'm calling it. So there's not much else to do and then say, let's get started.
Let's get started. Oh yeah, rev it up there from the beach as we see some background footage there of plenty of white caps, white horses, variety of names we refer to them. All you know is that when you see the ocean filled with that the wind is pumping up. But we are gonna slowly start getting in, and for that matter, we're gonna set up the first heat of the day. This is round 2, heat number 3 of the women's division. On the left-hand side, second place finisher from last year's women division in the Red Bull King of the Air, Zara Hülkenraad, coming off a storming win there at the Mega Loop event in Holland, up against Francesca Mani, our winner from last year's women's division. Ruben, I'm almost arguing that this is the heat I'm most looking forward to almost of the day, if I could put it that way at the moment. This is intense.
I mean, this could have been a final for sure. These are the best female big air riders now, only with one spot left in the final. They are very eager to send the other one home. So I'm very curious to see what they will bust out and what the conditions will allow them to do. And it's all about them clean landings, right? So we know these girls can go big. But yeah, who can get the cleanest landing and really get those highest scores on the board?
Highest scores, and in that regard, Francesca Mani becoming the first and so far the only woman to land a 9-point trick or higher with a 9.32 in round 1. However, it was not enough to see her through straight to the final. She's now going to go through the second round. What happened there in that first heat? With that trick, yet she still didn't make it?
100%. She was off to a flying start with a super high score, but now in this heat, the semifinals, Francesca Mani in blue, riding out to sea. You see Zara Hülkenraad here in the purple rash vest on the black kite. And they're turning around. They're waiting for the ocean to line them up with a perfect kicker so they can send it into the sky.
Yeah.
And sometimes that means turning around and eyeing out further down the sea and see if you can spot some wave.
Yeah. So the waves, Ruben, being utilized for the purposes of kickers. We've often used that expression, kickers simply referring to a wave. As Zara, she wanted to go for something there, opting out of it. It's going to be interesting to see how they negotiate the conditions down there. But Therese, welcome in the booth with us. Great to have you up here, taking a sprint up the beach, up that soft sand. How's the conditions looking up there?
Oh, thank you so much. Whoa, look at that action.
Mega Loop laid back row here from Francesca Mani and putting her first score on the board in this semi-final, on the road to secure her place in the final in order to defend her current crown, her current title.
Guys, I'm telling you, the vibes on the beach were intense. The women were so focused. They both have their individual team just surrounding them, giving them good vibes. But you could just see how much in their box they were. And I think this is a really big deal for both of them facing each other out because there's a lot at stake.
100%. And what is at stake is it's being kicked out in the semis. And here Zara goes with a mega loop, laid back roll of her own. Kite slightly over rotating, but she fixes it and lands cleanly. So yeah, for you viewers at home, we will give you a little bit more information on how it actually works. How do the judges, our 5 judges, look at the tricks they are performing? What do they have to do, Colin?
So, top 3 scores will count. So considering that Zara and Francesca have already landed their opening maneuvers, just easing the jitters, easing the tension, getting into the swing of things as we see a lot of wind out there in the background, in a beautiful backdrop there. I'll explain the scores now as Francesca wanted to. No, so back to the scores. It'll be the top 3 tricks. Then at the end of the heat, there will be a 4th overall impression variety score added. We will explain more, but the point is that the riders, in order to really contribute to that variety score, need a 6.5 or higher.
And here a beautiful boogie loop from Zara Hogenrath. This is a lovely feeling move, especially if you land it like that. Nice work here by Zara. She was doing a full front flip and looping the kite with her backhand. It's called a boogie loop. I invented it because it feels absolutely fantastic.
So basically you're rotating in the opposite direction, your body, than what your kite is rotating.
Correct. A very controversial feeling at first, but once you get the hang of it, it feels great. And here goes Francesca with a boogie dirty loop. So she also did a front roll, but then she looped with her front hand, doing that classic Graham dirty loop that he invented for us.
And what a nice perspective that we have, because you can really see the kite angle, which also is the view that the judges can see.
And it will add to her variety score as well. Like we said, at the end of the heat, their 3 highest scoring tricks will count. The riders get as many attempts in the heat time as they want, but only 3 highest scoring tricks will be on the board. And then that 4th overall impression score, which is of course due to variety. The judges love to see variety, so jumping going out, jumping coming in, but also looping with the backhand, looping with the front hand, rotating backwards, rotating forward,
hooked and unhooked.
Even unhooking.
Yeah, unhooking will count to variety.
If the wind increases, also you can do, of course, double loops, you can do S loops, super loops even, so there's a lot of variety to be thrown in there, and that's really something the judges are rewarding at this Red Bull King of the Air 2025.
Guys, I've been so excited to watch this heat. I think it's one of the most interesting heats we're gonna watch this year between these 2 champions.
Definitely, I'm super fired up with this. As we see Francesca Maney from the UK, there in front of you in the light blue Rashfish. She's building up nice speed. There hits the kicker, good timing. Yanks on that backhand. Make a loop, board off. Look at the horizontal distance. She's trying. She's got to stick this.
No.
It did look a little bit haphazard on the way down. She at least she doesn't waste any time now dragging after her board. Ruben, that was a great one, but she needed to land that.
And she goes, oh no, almost straight off the other kicker. But yes, that's what it has come to in the women's division. Mega loop board offs and even some rotations in there that we saw earlier in the event. But yeah, perfect display of big air kiteboarding. This is absolutely stunning. And if she would have landed that, it would have been a great score for her.
And she knows she has to do these kind of maneuvers because she's up against Sarah and she has to put them down early on the heat as well.
Exactly. No, so she understands what's at stake here. And I must say, considering Francesca's round 1 performance, Ruben, I love how you said it's a new day, new game, new weather. It is different. But statistically, Francesca does seem to be in a bit of the riding seat going into this one. Her current kite size there, 8.1. That's interesting kite size. Accurate?
Yeah, both of them are on 8 meters right now. I saw they had their bigger and smaller kites lined up as well, but they look quite comfortable on the 8s.
Well, that's good then, as far as the weather is. You know, then that means there must be some wind.
Yeah,
knowing that
definitely.
they have bigger kite sizes available, opting to go for slightly smaller could be strategic as far as the loops are also concerned. Smaller kites easier to loop, Ruben?
100%. A small kite is much quicker. So why do they have different sizes? It's when the wind is lighter, you grab a bigger kite. When the wind is nuking, you can size down a little bit. And then also, the different kind of loops come into play more because a big kite can only do single loops. And I think from around an 8 and down, and you can do double loops when the wind is really cranking as well. So gear choice is definitely a big deal at this event.
Let's see, Sarah heading out, left foot forward. Maybe she's gonna try that kite loop board off as well.
For sure, she's got it in the bag, and here she goes for a boogie dirty. Very nice kite angle there.
Nice. Nice. Oh no!
What happened there?
she had an accidental foot slip again. I just spoke to her earlier and I was like, don't let it happen. Oh, here's Francesca with a kite loop board. And also a crash.
These girls are sending it.
Dang, look at that.
So Francesca, she was riding out to sea. She jumps off the kicker. She loops with her backhand, and then with her front hand, she takes off her board for that board off. But then when she puts it on, she has to make herself small, and that just flings her into that forward rotation.
So throwing her off balance, basically. Just throwing off on the edge, or taking off the edge.
And unfortunately, she just couldn't stick it this time. But in day one of the event, in her first heat, she did like a kite loop board off, put her board on, and got flung into 2 more rotations, and that was her highest scoring trick then.
Both women body dragging for their board. It's really tricky, Ruben, if you lose your board out there. I've seen a lot of them have their crew on the beach ready with 2-3 boards.
Especially if you're Lewis Cratter and you're about to go live.
Then the nerves are really raw.
Exactly.
But that was a great shot there, Francesca. It looks like she's coming in as we see the jet skis in the back with a very experienced jet ski crew there that the guys are keeping the riders safe. So it looks like she's coming back in to fetch another board with which she will then go and collect her board that is still drifting out there. Not safe to leave that board lying there in the water, Ruben.
Well, 100%. And it's also not safe to let the time tick away like this. This is precious time in order to make it into the final. There's only less than 2.5 minutes left for these ladies to put some scores on the board. There's only 2 scoring tricks there now, so they definitely had to add something.
And they are very close. The scores are very equal right now, so both of them know they have to get that one big move. Sarah going for that again. Let's see if she sticks the landing. No!
Just not getting, it's almost as if, just not getting back in time underneath the kite. Landing with too much speed, and it's so difficult to control that landing when the speed is there because of the bumps on the water. But as you correctly said, Therese, a 0.08 currently separating these riders, and they haven't landed other tricks since the 6.04, 6.4 and 6.9. So here is what is the projected standings are considering the live impression score. So at the moment, Zara having the variety edge.
So let's see, there's some time left, and it looked like Zara had that move on complete lockdown, but then the landings just got too bumpy for her, and she couldn't hold on to it. So let's see if she will do it in the remaining time in this heat.
Oh, my heart is pounding right now. I'm getting nervous on behalf of these girls. Great recovery, both of them getting their board. They know now it's getting serious. Let's go, Sarah.
Here's a kicker, and there. Oh no, just a boogie loop. But you already done that.
Well, considering that she only has 2 tricks, it's gonna add to her top 3 tricks at the moment. But from now on, she's gonna have to start working the variety score with less than a minute.
And you saw that board floating around there. That's what we were talking about earlier. You have to get that board out of the competition because it is a hazard for other competitors or even yourself to land on that. That will be a big devi.
Plenty of support piling up here on the beach on a beautiful Wednesday afternoon. Again, warm and windy welcome. Round number 2 for the women's. The winner of this one will go straight through to the finals. We see Francesca launching. Mega loop, late back roll. She's got to land this just to get that 3rd score back up on the board.
Nice, you could see the nerves there on the landing. He was like, oh, keep it together.
She knew she had to stick that one.
So that is awesome to see. Let's see if she will score high. And then, still that variety score comes into play in 15 seconds, which can still change things around.
And Rich, earlier on in the heat, Francesca was lacking a bit of height compared to Zara, but at the moment their height jumps are pretty much the same, a 15.3 and a 15.0.
What does she need? She need a boogie dirty. Come on, boogie dirty. There you go. On the buzzer. Yeah, boogie dirty. And she's got it. Nice. Zara Hoogenraad just sealing, I think, the deal here at the last move of the heat because that's what she needed.
Wow, what a literally talk about on the buzzer. Therese, talk us through these highlights of what was exhilarating but felt not so high in trick count heat.
That was a heat where the energy just went up and down, filled with, they had a strong start and then they had a few crashes, but then they got back to doing some of their more safe tricks again, I think. So what an angle from Sarah here on her kite. And then Sarah with a buzzer beater, right, I think it's gonna count for sure because it was like right on the buzzer. She took off on that wave, and I know in the air there she must have been thinking, I need to stick this trick because that's gonna seal the deal.
I must say, Therese, it'll be interesting now as we see the scores pop, but part of me felt that buzzer had already gone just before she took
maybe,
off.
yeah.
I hope I'm wrong. I really hope I'm wrong. And I know there's thousands of viewers from around the world, many of them from the Netherlands, who will hope it's wrong, and it definitely was wrong, as we see Zara Hogenrad edging out the current champion, Francesca Maney, in the tightest of margins. Look at that, a 0.25.
What
0.25.
a tight heat. Oh, wow. What is going through Sarah's mind right now? I hope she's screaming and celebrating, because this was probably one of the most important heats of the entire year.
Yeah, it was. It was. I remember the winner here goes straight through to the podium. You know, already such relief.
Look at those images. Giel being there supporting.
Oh no, there are some raw images as the woman from the Netherlands, this year's Megaloop winner, sees her way through back-to-back podium positions. But as you said, Teresa's like, tension pounding, heart pounding. That was the heat we were waiting for, and it delivered. It did.
Yeah, I mean, I'm getting so emotional seeing those photos of Sarah and Giel, because I know Sarah's just been working so hard for this. It's her really big dream. She won Megaloop this year, Red Bull Megaloop. So I know she's really searching for that. I want to say, what did you say for
crowning moment, or just that to cap off the year, to finish the year?
To be crowned as the queen. That was what I wanted to say.
As the king of the year. Yeah,
exactly. I wanted to say queen.
Good way to just no. It is. There's many ways that we're hearing it described on social media and around, but what an unbelievable event that we hit there. So, but standing by on the beach is Ruben Lenton, who's going to take it away after what was an incredible display of big air kiteboarding from these women. So, Ruben, my friend, take it away.
All right, everybody. Before we continue with even more insane action here at the Red Bull King of the Air 2025, we just want to take a moment for someone who means the world to this sport and to this whole community. So this is a tribute to Graham House, to the laughter he brought, to the madness he created, to the community he built. Let's take a look.
In this sport, many chase glory, but few create legacy. Graham never cared about being on the top step.
Didn't get through, but I was sick.
Instead, he founded a collective of misfits like himself, a group of people united by the wind, pushing their boundaries, creating memories to last a lifetime with a little bit of chaos thrown in along the way. This tribe, the Dirty Habits community, became more than a brand. It became a reminder that life is short, far too short, that you need to seek what sets your soul on fire.
Lots of support then for Graham House.
Graham turned failure into fuel, wipeouts into wins, and every crash into a story worth telling. Today, tomorrow, every day thereafter, we celebrate him. Because he opened doors, he pushed the limits, and he gave the whole generation permission to dream bigger.
The plane's on its way. It's 2 minutes out.
And live louder. So here's the message. Keep going, keep crashing, keep getting back up, keep feeling alive. Let's celebrate Graham. Let's keep that soul, let's keep that fire burning within us all. And always, always, keep it dirty.
Wow, that's Graham. And that reminds us why we do what we do, why this community is so special, and that the action is about to get on the way. With Graham riding in spirit with us today, you can really feel him in the wind. And as the riders get ready to push themselves and support each other, we will have the semi-finals of the Open Division about to kick off. Lorenzo Casati is looking at another level. He is really, really focused and hungry for that king. So Parker Sage also with a lot of new energy coming in. Yeah, it's just gonna be some super wild action. I can really feel the wind picking up, so that is really important for extreme big air kite surfing. So thank you so much for tuning in, and I hope you're really enjoying the action, because this is gonna get wild. You might even have to hold on to your seat. And as we can see, Lorenzo Casati, he is riding his 9-meter kite, which is indicating that he is gonna go send it really big. The wind is powerful, so yeah, interesting kite choice, but he's gonna go big by the looks of it. Then Parker Sage, I believe he's riding his 8 meter. So he's gonna go really technical, and I'm very curious to check this out. And let's check what the guys at the booth have to say about this and enjoy the action.
Is it me or is Ruben just so stoked to be there at the beach? I can like feel he's charging out the energy from the beach, you know?
It is, and you know, for us here in the commentary booth to always get a taste of what's going down on the beach, it really just puts us all into the driving seat here at the world's most prestigious big air kite surfing event, as we hope that we are doing the same for you viewers around the globe to the 2025 Red Bull King of the Air. There is Lorenzo Casati. We are moving into the Opens division of the 2025 Red Bull King of the Air. So it is hoping to be and turning out to be an incredible display of big air kiteboarding. There's a great shot with who looks like Leonardo there. Yeah, judging by the helmet, they are the two brothers.
Yeah.
Leonardo will be coming up in the next heat.
Yeah, we have in the next heat Lorenzo, his big brother Casati, facing Parker Sage.
Yeah.
And you know what is really funny, because Parker obviously was so incredibly happy the other day when he made it. And I was out for dinner and I saw Parker and his boys walked in, and he literally ordered the entire menu, and he was just there like not like acting like a king, you know. I could just feel how happy he was all the way into his core, and I was just loving that.
That is the energy that is brought to you from around the world for the 2025 Red Bull King of the Air. On the left-hand side, 3-time podium finisher. This man has ever not finished on the podium since he joined the King of the Air 3 years ago. Lorenzo Casati, at just the age of 20, finds himself in his 4th consecutive semi-final. Statistically, very much in charge going into this semi-final. He has the 2nd highest heat total from round 3. Parker Sage, we mentioned him again. There's a style comparison. Statistically, you can clearly see that Lorenzo has the advantage here, but Parker has been upsetting the odds since he started this event. So look at that style comparison, Therese.
I mean, it started already round 2 when he beat Stino, and everybody was shocked that our rookie and grown Parker Sage was just blasting through round from round, and now he finds himself in the semi-final. I really believe it's his dream is becoming a reality.
It is. At the same time, there's no denying that he definitely has his work cut out for him. As you see, we have less than 30 seconds to the start of the first heat of the Opens division. This is finals, semi-final number 1. Oh, support building up there on the beach. Great to see them all out here. And it is now already, just before 20 minutes past 4 local time. So, Ruben, you were just down there. We've got less than 10 seconds. Lead us into this first heat, my bro.
Yeah, the vibe on the beach is absolutely unreal. And I'm very curious to see how Lorenzo Casati is planning to end on that podium. But it looks like he's eyeing down the kicker and sending it straight into a doobie board off.
Oh, man.
With a massive kite loop there.
He was kind enough to wait like 3 seconds before he took off, just to judges to take a breath.
And me.
And you to take a breath. Parker Sage there, just skipping over the top of that wave. Negotiating these kickers is going to be very important to do. Parker Sage from the USA, in his 2nd King of the Air appearance, finding himself in his 1st ever semi-final. Last year, he fell out in round 2 to a narrow 0.3 to Charles Burdell. But he came back with a plan, and he sure has cemented himself here as one of the top riders in the world of big air kiteboarding. Parker Sage.
Wow, double forward rotation with a dirty loop and a board off, and 2-headed rotations on the way down.
Oh, nice. I think that'll settle the nerves. Ruben, the height that these riders are getting, indicating some good wind out there, bro.
100%. I think we're getting into that 20-meter mark, so that is lovely to see from the Surfer app and the Wind Games app. The guys are wearing the watch on their wrist, so they can really have all the data, how much time is left in their heat, their scores. And here we see Lorenzo with a tornado board off and kite loop.
Oh, nice. Look at the horizontal travel distance. He's going to be flying past the frame in front of the judges. That's exactly what they want to see, as we see an incredible drone footage there. Again, a reminder, Lorenzo Casati is in the blue vest, and Parker Sage there on your screen is in the yellow. So the scores will be dropping. Yep, there, speak of it, there it is.
Strong start.
So the first line of scores you see is actually the total score of their 3 highest scoring tricks. The second one is their first trick, and as we continue, the tricks or the numbers will start adding on that line. And then accompanied to those 3 high-scoring tricks will be, of course, at the end of the heat, the overall impression score due to variety of tricks they threw in the heat.
And Parker adding a right foot trick, but unfortunately just missing the landing there. Seems like he got caught up in a wave.
Right up on the top of the lip, Therese. That's a good observation. It is, just caught up on the top of the lip,
And most of the times when they're crashing, it's actually this way, when they land like on top of the wave, and then the wave kind of eats your board and you lose control.
So statistically, throughout last year, we saw Lorenzo, in my opinion, negotiating that the best out of all the riders, just somehow at whatever position on the wave, just managing to spot that landing and secure it despite the white water, the foam. It just gets all over the place. Ruben.
I mean, these are the best big air kiteboarders in the world, and here goes Parker Sage with a double back roll kite loop board of his own. And like I said, these are the best riders in the world. Lorenzo Casati, definitely event favorite. He has got the eyes on the prize, and he just seems to be at another level. Remember, he won the Red Bull King of the Air in 2022, and last year he got 2nd place. So this is very interesting moments, and let's see who continues with the most insane moves here. 3-4 forward rotations for Lorenzo Casati.
Experience there, just allowing him to land that maneuver. You can see a lot of bump, a lot of white water. But there are the scores dropping on the top left-hand side of your screen. Just under 7 minutes left in this first semi-final. It is finals day. We have gone down from 24 riders down to just 9. We've gone from 11 countries down to just 7. So still a lot of talent. And at the moment, the top big air riders proving to be the ones who are showing we belong here, we meant to be here. Great shot there from Parker Sage. Family all the way from Hawaii. Big shout out to them. Father, retired Lieutenant Colonel in the Air Force. So this family knows how to fly, Therese.
And this year is already different. Like, we will have new champions because the last year's defending champions are both out. Francesca Maini just lost against Zara. And then, of course, Andrea Principe got edged out by Zach Adams yesterday. So we will have a new king and a winner of the women's division. So very interesting.
That is exciting. And let's see if someone like Lorenzo can join the ranks of Aaron, Kevin, Jesse, and Andrea to win 2 or more titles. Parker Sage there, yanking on that backhand with that mega loop. Multiple board spins there on that rotation as well.
Yeah, nice clean landing there from Parker, and very important to jump towards the beach as well. But this is something that Lorenzo Casati can, of course, do. He is one of the most complete big air riders in the world, Lorenzo Casati, and Parker Sage is doing everything in his power in order to give him a run for his money.
He will. No, and Parker knows he's got nothing to lose. He knows he's arguably statistically up against the best in the sport at the moment. Parker Sage, back rotation, double back rotation, dirty loop board off. Taking his time to put the board back on his feet, landing it nicely. He needed that. That should drop away his 5.42. Top 3 tricks that he needs and variety. Brilliant. We're going to see a quick replay here of Lorenzo Casati, a trick we might have missed here in the early section. So, Lewis, take it away. No, Ruben, my bad.
All right, mate. I'll take it for you. Here's a double back roll dirty loop from Lorenzo Casati. With an added rotation on the way down, landing it clean. Speaking of Lewis,
I think he was already talking to me here in my head. I think, Lewis, we believe you're in the water, my bro. Take it away. How are the conditions down there? Talk us through it.
Wow, guys, this is insane. I'm right out here. I'm absolutely near on an 8-meter, right in front of me now. There he goes. Lorenzo going absolutely massive into that. The heights that these riders are going, they're hitting every wave. This is dream stuff for these semi-finals and finals. I'm so happy on an 8-meter kite. It's absolutely perfect. But I don't know about you guys in the studio, but what I'm seeing from this heat is a flawless heat from the riders. I don't think I've seen any crashes, and everywhere you go out here, there's a perfect wave, that's what they want. I'm not going to bother with that wave today. This is all about the riders right now, but I've got such a lovely angle. I tell you, what a dream day this is for semi-finals and finals. Back to you in the studio.
Well, careful for that wave, Lewis. You might crash. Looks like Lewis is enjoying the semi-finals from the water, really getting a feel for the conditions, as Lorenzo Casati just nails another beautiful move towards the beach, which will help him with the overall impression score being added at the end. So
I don't think Lewis is coming back. He has the best view from all of us.
No. We're gonna have to pull him out. We're gonna have to body drag him out back here into the studio. But he does have the best seat in the house at the moment. But there we have Just over 3 minutes left in our first semi-final. Oh, Ruben, the time has already flown by in today's heat.
And look at these scores. They are really putting down some solid tricks on that board. And yeah, I'm very curious to see if they're going to improve these scores or just keep adding to their variety score and yeah, play it that way. So Parker Sage, what is his strategy?
Yeah, I mean, the boys can see already on their watches who is in charge, who is leading the heat. So Parker definitely knows that he is a little bit behind and has to improve that 6.44 score.
100%. And they all also know that the variety score coming in at the end can really mix things up again. So yeah, don't be surprised. But Lorenzo Casati, he's got all the tricks in the bag and he's shown us yeah, a lot of variety as well. So I think he is impressing the judges. And let's see what he's busting out for us now in the blue.
Because at the moment, if I look at the scores here, Lorenzo is leading the charge when it comes to the variety score, the overall impression score. He already has 4 unique tricks above the 6.5 range, whereas Parker only has 2. So that means Parker has to do at least another 2 unique tricks. So again, we were talking about unique. Front roll, back roll, those 2 are unique. Front roll, double front roll, that is not unique. So that is important for you viewers to take note of. There's a great shot of the overall impression score, as I mentioned already. So Lorenzo Casati leading ever so slightly on the overall impression score, which is going to count at the end of the heat.
And it seems like Lorenzo is searching because he just did a big tag out, but didn't really find the kicker. And you know what? He went back in, and that really shows experience because he knows he need a really good one score.
Parker Sage, look at that beautiful backdrop in the Table Mountain as Parker Sage just takes off very vertically with 2 forward rotations and very stoked on that move.
He needed that. He needed that. That was also the move that got him through into the semifinals. One of his, turning out to be his favorite, that rodeo. So just putting the board between the legs and yanking on that bar. And you can just see the stoke and taking the, Ruben, taking the time to put the board back on your feet just says something. But back to Lorenzo, yanking on that backhand, board flip into a rodeo mega loop. Look at him hang up there forever. He's not coming down. Brillante there from the Italian.
So much distance on that jump as well. And first he goes for the board flip and then he puts it between the legs like a full rodeo. So it was really, really clean landing there for Lorenzo.
It's something new that we're seeing that the athletes are adding to this year. What do you think about it, Ruben?
Yeah, next question, please. The rodeo, I don't know. Come on, guys.
We're bringing back the OG style, that's for sure.
But I am no one to talk down these current champions, and they're absolutely riding phenomenal, and the risks they are taking, absolutely going massive.
30 seconds
Parker
to go.
Sage, triple back roll. Kailu Bordov for Parker Sage from America, the youngster in his 2nd Red Bull King of the Air appearance. Oh, nice doobie.
Oh, no. If there was any hope for Parker Sage, I think Lorenzo Casati has put the nails in the coffin.
Might have even been a troopie. It was a triple forward rotation. And then on the buzzer even. Parker as well.
Both riders in there. Look at that shot. Oh, wow.
This is going to be exciting.
Oh, yeah.
Wow, the last jump, I'm not sure. Like, if the judges cannot see one rider because there's already someone in the air, then they might miss that score. But look at this from Lorenzo Casati. Absolutely massive flying there between that gap of the Table Mountain and Lion's Head. Putting that board on time for an absolute full speed landing.
Oh no, what a display. Semi-finals. Ruben, it looked like there was a little bit of a lull in the wind kind of mid-heat, but then those last 3-4 tricks there at the end, definitely the wind cranked up the gusts again. You could tell that by the high jumps. That last from Lorenzo, 22.5 meters. Talk us through these highlights.
Yes, the conditions have been challenging, but the guys are making the most of it. And look at this stellar move that Lorenzo Casati put down for us to enjoy. Wow, here he goes with a double back roll tornado. So quadruple back roll board off kite loop here for Lorenzo Casati. And then Parker Sage jumping so vertically through the air. Triple forward, quadruple forward rotation and a dirty loop board off there. Oh, nice. Look how vertical he's going. And then this is the rodeo. The doobie loop, rodeo, dirty loop. Absolutely impressive there from Parker Sage. But will it be enough in order to stop Lorenzo Casati in his tracks?
I don't know. I'm not sure. And Parker knows that he had his work cut out for him. But listen, nonetheless, a very good effort there from the American, but an unsurprising result with Lorenzo Casati with a total score of 30.68. Not as high as his round 1 total, but the 2nd highest score of the event.
And that means we have our first finalist.
That is
Lorenzo Casati moving into the final.
For 4 years in a row, Lorenzo Casati has once again stepped onto the podium, punched his ticket to the biggest stage and the biggest arena of big air kiteboarding. But Ruben, come on, you got to hand it to Parker Sage, the man from the USA. What an effort by him. Look at that top score, 7.32. Brilliant work there from him.
100% Colin. Parker Sage showed some phenomenal riding, and congratulations with your 4th place, Parker. You really showed what you're made of, and it was lovely to watch you vibe on the water. Really incredible. So yeah, I think Lorenzo Casati has set the bar really high with that overall impression score, which he just seems to be nailing every heat. He knows exactly what he's doing, and that comes, of course, with the years of experience and also the lovely support he has from his father and training with his brother. These guys are on the money.
And I think this year he is our world champion. He won Red Bull Mega Loop. He's talking about this trilogy thing that all the boys want to achieve, and this is the last thing he's missing. It's the crown.
The crown, the ultimate.
All in 1 year.
The penultimate of big air kiteboarding. As you say, big air, world champion, Mega Loop champion. So this will be the cherry on the cake for Lorenzo Casati as he steps into yet again another final event for him. There's a very stoked in the blue vest from Italy, Lorenzo Casati, brillante from the young man as he steps onto the podium yet again. But we are moving. We are going to slowly be moving into the next heat. That was the end of semi-final number 1. But again, just some raw footage and emotion there from Lorenzo Casati. But moving on, no time to waste, into semi-final number 2 with an incredible round 3 performance. Luca Cerruti, our remaining local representative from South Africa, up against brother of Lorenzo, Leonardo Casati, the youngest rider from Italy, on his rookie appearance, making his way into his first semi-final on his very first event. Ruben, take us through the style comparison.
Yes, absolutely incredible riders coming right up. We saw Luca winning his heat on a foil kite against Geel Vlucht, of course, and Leonardo Casati just busting through every heat with so much precision, so much height, power, variety, technicality, and also taking a lot of risks. So he has got a little bit of the upper hand over Luca, but anything can happen, right? A little chop can get into someone's way and he will not have a smooth landing. So let's find out who is going to claim that second spot in the final. Will it be Luca Cerruti from South Africa or Leonardo Casati taking off here all the way from Italy?
He's just copying his brother right off the buzzer. Leonardo takes up on a really nice left foot forward kicker.
Coming in right foot forward.
Is he kicking off with the foil kite?
He is. He is. Luca Cerruti has decided the winning formula that he used in round 3 on Monday is going to be the kite that he starts with. It was a historic first hit, the Red Bull King of the Air using a foil kite. We've never seen it happen, capitalizing on the slightly lighter winds, but this wind is cranking now. Leonardo Casati, front rotation, rodeo. Oh, Mega Loop with an added front on the way down and plenty of time. This guy is showing experience way beyond his years.
100%. I mean, yeah, if your bro is Lorenzo Casati, then you've got to step it up every heat. But these guys are so creative, so professional, and so on it. With the full support of Haarlem Kitesurfing family on the beach as well. It's really fantastic to feel their energy and to just see their dedication and passion for the sport. They are hungry for the win, and I think they deserve it. So let's see if Leonardo can meet his brother in the final.
What an interesting choice from Luca. I am totally mind blown. I did not expect that, but let's see what he got for us. I'm very curious what the judges are going to think as well.
Well, I mean, the advantage of this kite is it's got a little bit more float, a little bit more hang time. It is really a kite made for air time. So that is what the Red Bull King of the Air is all about. But you also see that the lines are quite long. And let's hope that he can put the kite low so that he gets extremity throughout his tricks as well. But Luca Cerruti, phenomenal riding, and he's probably going to bust out some tornadoes, board-offs, and loops for us coming up shortly.
Yeah, he does, and he's had a little bit of a slower start. Actually, no start really in comparison to Leonardo, but in the yellow vest is Leonardo Casati, a reminder at just 16 years of age. Ruben, Therese, the sport is for anybody. Anybody can do it, so don't be intimidated by what the guys are doing here. The sport is for, but there's a great close-up shot of that foil kite. No bladders, no inflated bladders, just the natural air flowing through the struts, uniquely designed. As we see Luca opening his account, back rotation. He did the same in round 3 of stalling on the loop. Tornado, Mega Loop on the way down. He needs to, look at that horizontal distance. Ruben, what did you think? Let's give an honest opinion. How did you feel about that trick as a professional rider yourself?
I think Luca is fully in control of what he can do and what he can show on this kite. He did a lot of training on this fly surfer Sonic, and he seems to be very confident, in control. He is getting the height. The kite was not going as low as I like to see it, but maybe he can push it on the next jump when he goes even higher.
See Leonardo, Tornado.
Quadruple 5 forward rotations.
Putting on the board right at that landing.
No, with literally centimeters to spare. Again, the experience here, you can just see the name Casati just coming through in his performance. Obviously, a lot of experience and a lot of tips being handed down, but this time, right foot forward, Luca Cerruti, front rotation, tic-tac.
Yeah, it wasn't as high. It was a double forward rotation with a tic-tac from the fin to the handle. But yeah, not the height that he needs in order to kick out Leonardo Casati.
The Casati brothers.
The Casati brothers, Luca Cerruti, as said before, our last South African. Interesting choice. It does look like the wind is coming and going with a bit of gust, but at least we still got some nice kickers.
Well, you can see their jump height on the bottom right of your screen, above 20-meter mark, so that is really impressive.
And that says one thing, it's windy.
It is windy, but they're equally jumping as high on these different kites they're using. Leonardo is using his inflatable Harlem Peak. And yeah, it's a total different kite than a foil kite, so a different performance, different feel to it. And let's see who can get the most creative and radical.
I have to be dead honest, considering the wind is a lot stronger than day 2, it is a surprise that Luca Cerruti is taking out the foil kite. At the same time, Therese, it looks like he just became so confident in those last few minutes of that round 3 heat.
And I think he knows that he really has to show his best, and giving him that little bit of advantage, choosing that kite, I think it's a strategic move as well, because he knows he needs it against Leonardo.
Wind speed coming through, reading 37 knots here, a proper southeaster. We don't see the thick tablecloth on the Table Mountain, which is usually a great indicator, but the wind is still pumping. A little bit more holy and gusty than we'd like to, but we are making the most of it here during day 3 of the Red Bull King of the Air 2025.
Oh yeah.
Thank you so much for tuning in, and you're here with me, Therese Tabel, and of course Colin Hackroots, bringing you all the hot news live from the Red Bull King of the Air.
Oh yeah. This is the news you want to be tuned into, as we see the first 3 top scores for each rider drop on the top left-hand side of your screen. Leo in the lead at the moment, 22.96 with a 7.82, 7.72, 7.42. Definitely having an edge over Luca Cerruti, who needs to try and drop away that 6.82. Oh, nicely done there. Dirty loop this time with multiple rotations, board off. He's happy with that, but I just... yeah, well,
was that a rewind?
I think he's deceiving us, because the jump heights are evenly matched at the most. So I think the way the kite is hang time, we've got a pretty much level as well, 6.8, 6.6. So all things even here.
Here Leo with a back roll, abandoning this this trick attempt.
And there is definitely a lull in the wind. You can see it on the water. Not much flutter on the water.
So this could play in Luca's favor, because the foil kite needs a little bit less wind in order to get that height and get that hang time. So let's hope that Leo can hold on to his kite properly and get the most out of it.
More than halfway through the heat, reminding you guys that the winner is going straight to the final and the loser is out. So these heats are game on. It's game on time.
Well, that was very interesting indications there from Luca Cerruti, who will be looking to see his way through for the 2nd time to the podium. A reminder that Luca Cerruti was our 3rd place finisher from last year. But he's up against a very experienced 16-year-old Leonardo Casati, coming in right foot forward.
Yes.
Not a whole lot of power here to get as high as he hoped to, but he's still landing this double back roll board off kite loop.
Making sure he's adding to that variety score.
That variety score, it won't fall into the majority of the variety score, but it will add a little bit in the minds of the judges, that they might reward a point, a half a point or a point. There's a great shot from our 5 very experienced judges with our trick callers, keeping a very keen eye out on the water and paying close attention, because you want to rightly reward the biggest and the best in the world of big air kiteboarding here on the biggest stage. And again, as Ruben said, another warm and windy welcome to the 2025 Red Bull King of the Air. It is finals day, semi-final number 2. We already have Lorenzo Casati through to the final, no surprise. But this is going down to the wire again. There, look at the stats, Ruben, pretty even at the moment as far as those statistics is concerned.
Yes, this is the data coming from their watch with the Surfer app data on the Wind Games app, which the riders can also read the data from on their wrist, on their smartwatch, so that they get a little bit more intel on what's actually going on, how long they have left in this heat, what scores they have been given, and what they need to do in order to come out on top and make it into the finals here.
Definitely looks like the heat has slowed down just a little bit there. Again, the white horse is just appearing out of nowhere, so it looks like a gust of wind has come through.
And look who came body dragging into the studio. Welcome back, Lewis Crathern. How are you?
Bored off straight in, man. Yeah, I'm good. I was out there right as we saw that unbelievable decision again to take this foil kite. I couldn't believe it. I saw it in the air. He's really going for this, boys.
We were surprised as well, but yeah, he's the local boy. He knows exactly what the conditions are doing. It is lulling at some points, and this, yeah, it definitely has a benefit riding a foil kite. So I think a good strategy, and yeah, he wrote history with that by taking out his foil kite for the first time in the Red Bull King of the Air event. And yeah, let's see if he can come out on top, but it's going to be a tough cookie.
Lovely shot of him here as he gets launched into
Accidental foot slip,
he's out. Oh dear, that crash. That's a bit harsh. That's going to be a sore one, sore kites. But there was a lovely shot there during that move. You saw the high cloud in a real line where the southeast is blowing. And I wonder if that's creating this very sort of interesting, very cold wind today. I was out there, it had a cold feeling. I felt really powered on an 8 meter out there. But I could see the riders on the tube kites were on 9s. And they were clearly jumping over 20 meters to me. And that's shown on your screens here. It looked like pretty good conditions for semi-finals, Ruben.
100%. With all your years of experience, you can yeah, kind of guess how high they're going, and your guesstimate is pretty good. Here, Leonardo Casati is putting on another score, also not that high. And we've got a very, very exciting heat coming up between Koen van Dijk and Zach Adams. So don't go anywhere. Bear with us as we continue with this semi-final heat coming to an end in 40 seconds. What can Luca Cerruti do?
Oh, he needed that. He needed that, he needed that, he needed that. Well done there from the South African. Let's see if he's got time for one more. He should. It depends on how far down he is in the competition area. But Leonardo responding. Megaloop late back, losing his board. Oh, just slipping out there. I think that'll definitely be the end of the heat for him.
Has he done enough?
Has he done enough? Has he done enough? He is in the front at the moment.
He's got 4 unique tricks here to Luca Cerruti's 2, so you'd think he'd get him on variation in that factor. But there could be one more on the buzzer. I don't know if he's going to get airborne.
No.
He's not going to get airborne.
No.
No.
Oh, Luca Cerruti here with a doobie dirty loop border from the fin.
May as well try and land blind. What a good effort from him, though. I think it's going to be it's a close heat, but I think this will go into the favour of Casati here, who looked very strong, boys, in his first ever Red Bull King of the Air. You know, this is pretty insane if he gets to the final. Here are the highlights.
Massive back roll kite loop board off for Leonardo Casati against Luca Cerruti. What an epic heat here. We see Luca Cerruti going for that tornado dirty loop. Absolutely incredible. How many spins has he done? Like 6? I think it's about...
I lost count.
Yeah, I got dizzy, mate. Here, this is also a tornado with 4, 5 spins here.
Definitely.
Absolutely incredible what these youngsters are throwing into the air these days.
Word,
I cannot even keep up, Colin.
No, dude, Ruben, exhilarating. And speaking of youngsters, at just 16 years of age, Leonardo Casati, brother of Lorenzo, sees himself through, not only in his first King of the Air, but to his first final ever at the world's biggest stage of big air kiteboarding. Unfortunately, therefore, Luca Cerruti, South Africa, no longer featuring in this year's event, but an incredible effort there from the South African. Oh, what a display of big air kiteboarding. But Lewis, talk us through some incredibly interesting stats that we have here in front of us.
Yeah, we were looking earlier just like the importance of the riders that really seem to perform in semi-finals, you know, and looking back over all of the years, you know, the riders such as Kevin Langare, Jesse Richmond, Lorenzo and Andrea, of course, so strong. Just look at their percentage stats of them, how they make the finals. They seem to just turn the semis into this final, and they always seem to find a way through. As you go down the list, you start to see less and less people that actually eventually take the crown. The stars indicating the crown. There should be 2 stars by Andrea Principi's name, by the way. Ruben Lenton, you messed my stats up here, of course, because you're on the left-hand side here. You actually did pretty good, 2 out of 3 here, but unfortunately you didn't get the crown. But I found that really interesting because it's such a moment, this. You might not ever get it again, you don't know, and it's one of those things you go home and think, just what it would take for me, the dream of standing on top of this podium would be something special. But I found that interesting.
Very nice. Thanks for those stats, Lewis. Very interesting. So let's see who will turn this semi-final into a final result. So I think, what we're going to see now, I saw Zach Adams warming up, but a little bit too enthusiastically, as the heat is only about to get started now.
Just a warm-up move, mate. Mega loop delayed roll. You know, it's warm-up.
life, and already in the final, it's just can't believe it, you know.
What does it mean to be there with your brother, you guys?
Let's get it! 2 brothers in the final.
Let's go, guys. Enjoy the final.
Thank you.
Wow, the Casati brothers, they couldn't be happier. This is something that they've been training for. This is something that they've been dreaming about, something that they've been visualizing on all year. So let's see what that's going to bring and who will join them in the final. Okay. Will it be Big C, Cohen van Dijk, all the way from the Netherlands, or Zach Adam, who we saw absolutely performing insane yesterday, only 17 years old, from the US.
Big shout out to Doug Adams back in Hood River, who's watching this as well. He was talking very highly of you at dinner last night. He's in such a good place, Zach Adams, wonderful guy. Of course, so Cohen van Dijk, but Cohen van Dijk is really the experienced one here. And how old is he? What, 22, 23, and he's the veteran now?
Yeah, and considering to be more the veteran side, but hungry for that podium. This is his second semi-final. He's semi-finaled in his debut in 2022, has not made it there since then. So Cohen van Dijk in his second semi-final, arguably as hungry as ever. However, Zach Adams, as the buzzer goes, coming off arguably one of the biggest upsets we've seen in a very long time, taking out Andrea Principi in the dying seconds on day 2. But opening his account, right foot forward, Cohen van Dijk.
Nice. Cohen van Dijk riding right up to the beach there. And Zach Adams was also jumping, I guess, but unfortunately crashed. We missed the jump, but I think Cohen opened up his account pretty good. Let's see what the judges think about that. But the 3 highest scoring tricks will appear on the screen at the top left. And then Cohen van Dijk with a back roll, kite loop, board spin.
With a clazzer, it's a clazzer, Ruben.
And an added rotation there. Riding clean, riding very confident. This is Cohen van Dijk.
Oh, the emotional scenes with a young Leonardo Casati being cheered on by the Haarlem crowd. Look at that energy there. No, this is history in the making. Lewis never had 2 brothers in the final before. This is it.
I know, never in the semis. This is unbelievable. But who's going to join them from this here? The scenes down there, they just got to cruise their way in. No, it looked like they were, you know, they were comfortable in the semis, and I think that's going to be for years to come, boys. Like, this is just, they're so dominant already. He's definitely powering his way into the top 5. But right foot forwards, Ruben. Bit of a check on the wave there.
Yeah, he was trying to build up some speed in order to send it, but Zach Adams abandoned that trick attempt and decided to save his energy, as he didn't connect with the gust or couldn't find a proper piece of water to take off on. So let's see, he's heading out to sea, and a kicker is lining up right by the beach here for him, and he's not taking it. And maybe on the next, oh, boom, nice one here. Doobie, board spin, added rotation, dirty loop from Zach Adams here, landing it clean.
Smooth.
Pretty smooth. He's got such a chilled out style.
He does in every way, but here's Cohen van Dijk. Pops over the first wave. Should have done that yesterday. Here he goes. Left foot connects with one out the back, and not super high, but it's still in control. And I think he's going to be a Ruben. What was that? Just missed that.
That was a doobie board off and an added rotation on the way down there for Cohen van Dijk. So yeah, he keeps going, landing his tricks, which is very important, because if you butt check, they will deduct some points, and if you crash, it doesn't count at all. So Cohen van Dijk has been looking pretty spot on in this heat in order to make it to the finals.
Here he goes then, left foot forwards, riding out to the west, southwest direction. Early kicker on the inside. It's a mega loop board spin and through the legs, Ruben. What is that called?
No words.
No words. It's called the no words. It's called the Parenthood Risker. And he lands it nicely for Cohen. That's kind of a signature thing for him, but that indicates to me it's not nuking anymore that he's performed that move.
Yeah, I might have to have a word with him afterwards.
What?
Why? Chucking your board between your legs. I mean, come on, mate.
Come on, mate. You did explain the WOPO.
It is Big C, bro. We want to see power. We want to see extremity. Throwing your board between your legs. Okay, it's fun and games, but it's not extreme. It's not what Cohen van Dijk can really show us. So I hope he is saving some epic tricks coming up. Yeah. And Zach Adams looking fully in control here, and also putting on that board right before the landing always comes in handy.
Yeah, it does. It does come in handy. Well, we couldn't take him off back then, could we? So just had to take it all the way. But anyway, Zach Adams looking like he's got the answers at the moment, because we'll have his trick score come on here for the second one. But he doesn't look like he's in trouble, just being a bit more patient. But Cohen van Dijk at the moment out in the lead. But I think when all these 3 trick scores come in, that might change. But Zach Adams at the moment 2 tricks, 3 Well, Cohen Van Dyke, it's way too chilled in here, guys. What's going on? It's really relaxed.
Yeah, I feel like everybody's relaxed. The guys are riding relaxed, the semifinals are relaxed, the people back home are chilling on their couch, everybody's enjoying, like, okay, the finals are coming up, no big deal. But here is Cohen Van Dyke turning it up a notch with a kite loop, board off from the fin.
Nice.
Oh, nice. And the crowd love it because he's right there by the spectators coming in right foot forward with a bit more of a football stadium atmosphere here, Lewis.
I love, yeah, it is. It's, they're just finishing work now. Local time is 5 o'clock. They finish about 3 here, don't they? Start early. As meanwhile, double back roll, board off. I think that was a board spin perhaps as well for Cohen Van Dyke, who starts to go up a gear here now, looking to get to his first ever podium at Red Bull King of the Air. He's been to plenty of other podiums. Back over we go with a dirty loop for Zach Adams. It looked like front rolls. And a rewind, Ruben.
I think it was a rewind. I would love to see a replay on that.
Oh, but he's stuck it. He needed that. He needed that. He needed that. So, wow, Sean, just over 5 minutes left in this. Again, a reminder, please keep spreading it on hashtag Red Bull King of the Air. I'd love to hear from you at, what is it, 2025. It is finals day here at the Red Bull King of the Air. Once again, a reminder, I'm Colin Heckert, in the booth with me, Lewis Crathon, Ruben Lenton. Lewis, on the water, what was your experience with the wind on the water? The actual punchiness?
When I was first out there, the 8 meter felt really good. It's very cold there today, so that's really good for big air kiteboarding. You want that density. You want the more density. The warm air, it's not, the density isn't the same, so it's warm. You don't jump as high like those places like
fluffy wind in Brazil.
Cold wind. You want the fluffy warm wind when you're practicing maybe, but when you really want super boosting jumps. On the inside though, back to the action. Zach Adams going
Doobie loop, double board spin here, and a flip.
Oh, this guy. Oh, yeah.
Wicked.
Ruben, I have to ask you a question. Dutchman in the final, would you bet on it?
All right,
15 rand.
All in, mate.
You think it's going to be there?
Throwing all his cards out.
Cohen is going to do it.
I think so. You know, Cohen is hungry. As he's punching his ticket into this year's events by finishing second at the Red Bull qualifier in Tarifa, as well as a third place podium finish at the Mega Loop event. So again, a lot of good stats in his favor, a lot of experience in his favor heading into this event, boys.
Stat attack.
But will he also throw in some handle passes? Like, the wind isn't super strong, so this is a great moment to bring in some handle passes in the mix. Preferably some massive back roll kite loop. And then into a 360 handle pass. That will be fantastic.
What is interesting to note is that Cohen Van Dyke is only one of 4 riders who have ever done the Mega Loop KGB.
Okay.
One of 4 riders. It was Aaron, it was Edgar Ulrich, Liam Whaley, and Cohen Van Dyke. Only one of 4. He crashed.
He's done it, I think.
He crashed it.
Oh, here he goes. I thought he was going to unhook, but he goes for a tornado dirty loop. No.
He didn't feel it. He didn't feel that, Ruben. No. So he's just in that part of the heat now where he's thinking, this is going to be a dangerous place where you know you're up, but you're kind of thinking, what can I do to edge it out? You're kind of being patient for the waves. I felt like the last time he went out to sea, he chose not to jump, and that might have been the unhooked one, Ruben. I think he does left foot forwards.
Yeah, the scores on the top of your screen are very close, but then you see the overall impression score that can throw something in the mix. So let's see what it does for Zach Adams, if he can nail some more tricks in these remaining 2 minutes and 44 seconds.
So it looks like they're both going to come. Cool, that's a bit of a block out there from Zach Adams. Can't do anything there. Can Cohen Van Dyke, as right foot forwards coming into the box now. Maybe going to trick, doesn't look like it. Remember, everyone at home, they have to show who is the most complete rider, and that involves coming into the beach and jumping, which is hard off the flat water, and going out to sea. So Cohen looked like he was going to go for something there. Well, could it have been the unhooked?
No. It's again the tornado board off, dirty loop to the beach, and landing it clean again. Taking some risk there.
Smooth.
And here's a dirty loop from Zach Adams with 2 backward rotations and a board spin.
Looking really comfortable. Are we going to see Zach Adams throw out that Zach attack that he did against Andrea Principi, dethroning the current king, paving the way for a new king to be crowned here? Is Lorenzo going to get his second crown, or are we going to see a first at the King of the Air? So exciting, exhilarating scenes with just under 2 minutes left in this heat, Lewis. What are you seeing in front of you?
It's so close with the top 3 tricks, as we're going to see a replay here of Zach with a dirty loop into multiple back rolls and a board spin as well. But it's so close, they must both be starting to think, what can I do in variation? He's 3-2 up, Cohen Van Dyke, over Zach Adams there. But that's not the full picture because they will be judged on sort of their style, execution and landing. But you'd think Cohen is sneaking that right now. But this is too close. This is half a point separating them. I think both of these riders have got to pull out something special. For Cohen, that's going to be unhooked.
Wow, here goes Zach Adams with some great amplitude on this jump. A quadruple back roll.
Oh, he's got it back. He's been slammed out.
Slammed hard.
Ruben, it looks like the landing, it's as if the wind is just dropping them just a hair quicker than what they're expecting to.
100%. The wind is not as strong as the riders were hoping for, and yeah, when it's just a little low, then yeah, you just drop out of the sky a bit quicker. But here, Cohen van Dijk seems to be getting caught early on.
He's working the inside at the moment. That's a great landing because he's bought himself enough time to go for the unhook now. One must feel now that Zach Adams needs the Zach attack.
He just pulled out the donkey dick. He just pulled out the donkey dick. That looks like he's going to go for an unhook move.
What a spot, Colin.
Come on.
The donkey dick is that stick that keeps your chicken loop into your harness so it cannot get out of your hook by accident. So the donkey dick is allowing Cohen van Dijk now to unhook fully onto his arm strength and perform handle passes. So
basically that just keeps your loop, your chicken loop in while you're riding so it doesn't come out.
That was a great spot there. Here we go. This is a tense moment. Will he find the perfect place to take off?
He's going to go for the kite loop handle pass. Let's go. Cohen, you go. Oh, no.
He needs it. Let's go back to Cohen.
Come on.
What a landing from Zach Adams. He didn't find it.
He did unhook, but
he missed it.
Not getting what he needed to, but at least the prediction was right as far as the unhook is concerned. But this is going to go down through the wire.
Wow. What a semi-final here for Zach Adams and Cohen van Dijk. Put your hands together, ladies and gentlemen. This is what big air kiteboarding is all about. Here Zach Adams goes for that massive back roll. Double board flip.
Oh, it looks like he did land it.
On the way in, remember,
he did
as
get
well.
Oh my word, with very little time to spare. So, wow, was that enough from Zach Adams? I have an eerie feeling that it was. For you viewers,
I don't know.
Go down to the result, click on Red Bull, go to redbullkingoftheair.com, click on results, scroll down, and you will see the results from all of them. But Lewis, talk us through these highlights.
I think Cohen's going to nick this because he's just got one more. Oh no, it's 3-3 in variation. Oh, this is going to be so close. I can't believe it. But both these riders in tricky wins there. They will go home thinking I've done as much as I can. There's Zach Adams on your screen right now with that dirty loop. Front rolls and a board spin as well. Ruben, who do you think's taken this?
I think Cohen has taken it. He had a much cleaner heat and yeah, still threw in quite a lot of variety, some good jump height towards the beach as well. However, the judges will have to decide.
Yeah, Zach Adams had that nice flip.
See Cohen van Dijk just edging out Zach Adams with only 0.4 difference.
He's going to find out. He's going to find out. He's devied right now because he didn't get his unhook move in, but someone's going to whisper it in his ear now, and I can tell you now he's going to turn that frown upside down.
No, Zach. Yes,
Zach was about to celebrate. Zach was about to celebrate, and look at that. Now the energy erupts from the man from the Netherlands, sneaking his way through to his first ever King of the Air finals. Ruben, you must be stoked, dude.
Super proud of Cohen. Look at him, getting very emotional, almost making me tear up here in the booth. This is just a phenomenal feeling. If you put all your... They left it all out on the water.
They did, Ruben. And even now, you're just unsure. It's so like VAR in football, you just don't know. But let's go down to the beach to find some more reaction.
Cohen. Do we have confirmation Cohen have won this heat?
We don't have confirmation yet. Do we?
They won it.
Cohen, what is happening right now? We are currently waiting for confirmation that Cohen is winning this heat. Can I have a confirmation in my ear?
Yes, he won.
Cohen, you won!
Yes! Yes!
En terecht, jongens. Zwaar verdiend, man. Zwaar verdiend. En nu wil het afmaken, ja? Kom maar.
That was an absolutely awful moment. What are you feeling right now? You made it to your first final?
First final of King of the Air. I'm beyond stoked. I'm gonna wipe my tears right now, and I'm gonna go for that first place on that podium, and just gonna give everything, just like I did now. Focus on the variety and give it everything.
I saw you being quite emotional. It's so magical to see. What? Let's see these boys.
Yeah, boy. I'm so proud of you, motherfucker. I know, man. Yeah, you did it.
Magical scenes there. Look at Zach and Cohen van Dijk embracing one another after what was a very tightly matched semi-final. But this is brilliant. Cohen sees himself to his first semi-final.
And he finally made it. And now he's going to take it home. He's going to take it home.
That's the spirit you need right before your heat, riding the Red Bull King of the Air finals. A big congratulations to Zach Adams, but of course Cohen van Dijk moving into the finals to complete it with Lorenzo Casati and Leonardo Casati. Both brothers are hungry for the title, but so is Cohen van Dijk. So stay tuned as we move into more action, also in the women's division.
Yeah, and apologies for the colourful language you may have heard during that interview there. The excitement is real, and this is the moment where you finally are told you're going to be standing there on that podium for the first time. Ruben, what did that feel like to you when you were told you'd made it to the final?
Yeah, I remember winning the Red Bull King of the Air in 2005, and then I just remembered I made it in 2014 and 2017 as well, but I think Teresa can handle that a little bit better with Zach Adams.
Yes. I got Zach with me right now. I can feel all your energy, and you have a strong message. What do you want to say?
Oh my, what a day. It has just been awesome this entire week, and finally the win pulled through for an amazing last day. And you know, I pushed it to my last against one of my good friends, Cohen, and in the end he took it from me. But we got many years to go, and I did the Zach attack again, so I'm more happy as ever with my performance, and we're coming back next year for stronger and more. Let's get it.
Despite not making it into the final, you seem so proud. What are you most proud of your performance?
Oh man, I'm most proud of making it here in the first place, man. Like, I've gone out here to the best in the world and facing these guys. I'm just so proud of myself for it, and especially throwing down my trick 2 times in the event. This time with 3 flips instead and landing it every time. That's how I know I'm progressing and I'm doing good. So in the end, I'm fucking proud of myself. And we got many more years to go, guys. Let's get it.
Thank you, Zach. I love that energy.
Whoa. Woo! An energetic and animated Zach once again. Apologies for the language there, but making it through to his second semi-final in 2 appearances. Zach Adams, you can be very proud, my man. But now, moving on to the women's final. What a matchup we have in store for us. From the left, Ruben, take it away.
Wowie, wowie, wow. This is Lana Herman's debut in the Red Bull King of the Air, and she has been taking everybody by storm because she progressed straight into the final and showed us some epic moves. So taking on Nathalie Lambrecht and Zara Hogenrath. This is going to be absolutely incredible. Francesca Maney from the UK is unfortunately already out, so she cannot defend her title. So we are looking at a potential new winner here for the women's division.
It's a sad day back at home in the UK, but we've got a lot of hope ahead of us. But you're right, Ruben. It will be a new winner in the women's division at the Red Bull King of the Air. I wonder, is this Nathalie Lambrecht's moment? She's waited so long. She's been up at the top of the game for a long time. Could it be Lana Herman bursting onto the scene here with that incredible first heat after hardly competing, if at all, this year? You know, who's it going to be, or will it be the experience of the Big Air World Champion, Zara Hogenrath, former Big Air World Champion? Is she going to do it?
Green flag here for a 15-minute final here. Lana Herman straight on the buzzer.
Boom!
Oh, this is it. What an opening move there. The 2025 Women's Final, we are underway. Plenty of wind rolling in here at Kite Beach in the mother city of Cape Town. Again, a warm and windy welcome to all of you from around the globe. Joining us here, as we see there in front of you, Zara Hogenrath from the Netherlands in her second final in 2 years. But there are 2 new finalists, as you said, Lewis. This could be Nathalie's here. Lana having a great round 1 in her rookie debut here at the King of the Air. So mouth-watering actions as we see arguably the top 3 women riders around the world taking it together into a 15-minute final.
Interesting shot there. You saw all 3 riders of Lana just downwind, of course, because she's actually performed a move. But that's not a bad place to be. She's in the block zone right now, and she's kind of like right in the middle of the competition zone, getting all eyes on her. But she's going to go into the lead here as she took that first kick, getting a 6.68. That's a great start from the debutante.
Very, very nice move there, of course, straight out of the gate for Lana Herman. She seems to be very confident, and she has her eyes on the prize. So will Nathalie Lambrecht or Zara Hogenrath be able to stop her?
Turning round, not feeling it again. So it is Haarlem versus Core versus North here as well. In this final of the women's, a big hello to you. If you are joining us from around the world, you have missed some semis action, but what a moment to join us in Cape Town, South Africa, the mother city, the home of big air kiteboarding. 5 o'clock local time, 5:08. The crowds are packed, and it's, whoa, look at that commitment. Very early kite loop down there with a boogie loop, I think that was, from Natalie Lambrecht to get her on the scoreboard.
Correct, some nice height and speed there by Natalie Lambrecht, who was going for that boogie loop, that front roll kite loop. Oh, Zara over-rotating that kite a bit. She freaks me out with that move a little bit, but it looks like she came down softly.
All right.
12 minutes and, sorry, Colin, 12 minutes and 30. She has to get rid of that. Lana Herman has to bail out of that board.
Look at the kite, keep control. Oh, great kite control there, Lewis.
That was. But here's the drama. Will she come back into the beach to get another board? I don't know if she's even crashed.
She's coming in,
yet.
definitely. She's body dragging with too much speed, not to be intending to make her way back upwind. So I reckon she's going to come and grab another board, because that board in the water will be a safety risk.
Yeah, I mean, the nice thing about the final is it's longer. There's a board gets slid in from the beach. You'll have to go and remove the other one. It's generally frowned upon if you leave your board in the zone to crash on. But hardly losing any time. But talking of time, they're 15-minute heat, so it's not the end of the day if you do that. Lovely takeoff here, just slightly closed on her, but she got it there in the end. Did Zara Hugenrad with that lovely mega loop delayed back roll. So a bit of trouble there for Herman at the moment. But coming into the booth, who's going to join us in a moment here is Therese, who's been out in the elements. How's it going down there, Therese?
Oh, it's going very great. I knew I had to come and see the final here with you guys, hearing the best commentary in my ear. And what can I say? I'm so excited to see these women kick some ass. They all deserve to be here so much. And I can see they already put it down some insane scores.
Oh, yeah, she's taken it. That's a nice landing from Natalie Lambrecht, who's a friend of yours, actually, as well. I mean, they're all probably friends of yours, but you know her quite closely.
Yeah, I'm not going to say I have any favorites, but I definitely have a lot of girlfriends in this competition.
It's all right. It's okay. We'll take it. No, it's, again, all of you from around the world will have your favorites for this year's event. As we see Lana, mega loop, board off. She needs to get the board. She should have enough time.
Oh, that way.
At the end.
Oh, no, it's a Ruben Lenton.
Devastating. Absolutely devastating for Lana Herman.
Well, they would have been holding their breath on the beach there. She looked good for it, but that wave just bumped her.
It was literally
from underneath.
Not even a third of a meter high. Ruben, that bump on the water that just clipped her off the rail.
Wow.
Yeah, and meanwhile, on the inside.
Natalie coming in with a right trick forward. Getting some variety scores on the board as well. Lewis, what is the status right now?
Well, the status is that Lana's had 2 crashes here, which won't help her overall impression score, but she's just got to stay composed here. But Zara Hugenrad is going around this nicely, now going into a dirty loop. Boogie dirty loop. She's starting to get a bit of control on this heat. She's got 3 tricks, so is Natalie. It's Lana that's going to have to come back here. But there's 10 minutes left now, so they can afford not to worry too much. But this is where it would be really important that the caddies on the beach and their knowledge of the watch will help.
You see Sarah checking her watch a lot. Like after each trick, each attempt, she's really constantly looking at her watch. I think she's really using that statistic to plan her heat. Just
to really plan properly, because there's 5 minutes extra in this heat. Being a final, again, a reminder, ladies and gentlemen, it is finals. This is the women's final. The second time we've had a women's division here at the Red Bull King of the Air. 13 years we've been bringing you the world's biggest and best big air riders in the women's division and opens division. So great to showcase the total picture of a big air kiteboarding. But currently in the lead, Zara Hugenrad with 3 top tricks. There's the tricks on the top of your scoreboard.
Double back roll, mega it's a difficult one.
Come on. Just sticking that landing.
Nice vertical takeoff.
Very difficult move that. If you over-rotate the back roll and just get sent all over the place, you have to be quite have very good aerial awareness, but it is a move that works nicely when the takeoffs aren't so good.
She definitely want to upgrade that 5.6.
Yeah.
Let's see. What do you think, Lewis?
I think that's going to make it. I just think we're going to see a response from Lana. You'd expect we'd see a response, but maybe she would have preferred it to have been a bit windier, Lana.
It seems like it, because Lana is really, she knows she wants the strong wind, and Sarah as well.
And she was using that on day one. Lana was really capitalizing on it, so you kind of got a feel for her style of riding on day one, which is
Yeah.
a very overall complete performance.
Aggressive.
Yeah, very aggressive
Yeah.
and just kind of wanting that extra bit of yank in the loop, especially. But there's a great shot of Lana Herman after 8 months out of due to injury this year. And as we said on day one, what injury? Because this woman is just firing. Good kicker lining up for her.
Come on.
Good timing of the kicker.
She needs this.
Mega loop, late back roll. Nice. Oh, but good height.
Getting in like
Yeah,
yes.
Nice.
that's actually really clever riding. I've
Yes.
myself just thought, do something massive, and then actually she's showed it. She has that composure here. She's recognised I haven't got 3 top scores on the board, but you know I need to get them in first, then start worrying about variation. The other 2 riders here have got 3 unique tricks. I feel like she's going to have some more unique tricks at the end, but she does have the second highest trick score in this heat, though. Oh, sorry, third highest, 6.68. So that is a good score to have in her top 3.
Yeah. Moving into first position currently, Natalie. I'm sure Sarah's gonna come with a respond within any minute. Lana with a little kite loop board on and not really getting her feet out, and then
Kept the board though.
But kept the board on. That's gonna save her
some time.
valuable time. So again, good competition experience there from Lana, just keeping that board on, not having to body drag up or body drag into the back of the beach. But yeah, position change with Natalie moving into first place. Each of
7
these women
minutes left.
already punching their tickets to the podium. So who's going to be on top? Look at this here from Zara.
Kite angle.
Oh, no, just
Couldn't
dropping a
take
little
it.
bit.
That kite just came around a little bit low.
too
It meant
late.
it wasn't going to give her so much lift at the end. This is going to be really close. If Lana managed to get a 3rd trick dropped
Yeah,
here,
ooh, everything's gonna
she needs a 6.5 to sort of put her right on the same as the others. But let's take a look at this replay because we missed this on the inside. It was a front roll dirty loop on the inside, trying to work the variation. But remember, it has to score over a 6.5 if it's going to make a difference in the variation.
The variation score. That is very important to know. There is a small amount that is added by the judges for complete performance, regardless of the score. But Zara, butt checking it last time, knows that she needs to land it. Oh, and this time going down again, but avoiding. Oh, look at the gust just pulling her kite's gone down into the water.
Nailed in the front wave. I wonder if the wind just picked up a little bit.
It did,
maybe.
yeah, it was a
What's
gust,
Lana
yeah.
thinking about this now? Seeing the
She's
others
loving it.
crash, but right now it's still 3 tricks to Natalie variation, 2 to Zara, and only 1 for Lana. So Lana really could come back into this because there's been a few crashes. Oh, it's nice and big, really sensible. Just a straight, big, dirty loop just to get a bit of confidence up. You know, is it going to be in her top 3? I'm not sure, but it definitely gets the judges thinking about the other points that are awarded, you know, for landing, smoothness, flow during the heat. You have to say that Natalie right now has got your attention in that department.
Oh, definitely. And she's a strong competitor. She has years of experience. She's been feeling the wind so many times, and I know she is so hungry to take the win. And you know what? She really believes she can.
Yeah, no, she can't. She really, blew the lid open in round 1 after a devastating round 1 loss for her last year. She exited in tears.
Yeah.
So is she going to stand up in jubilation this
Oh,
time
she
around?
is.
I think she will. Already earning a spot on the podium. So that's an incredible performance from her. But she wants to go all the way.
Yeah.
Definitely agree,
And
Therese.
she's been working towards all the year. She's one of the most dedicated athletes I've ever met, and I find so much inspiration in her. And I know she's inspiring the next generation to go.
Of women riders and riders alike. I mean,
Yeah.
look at these heights here. 16.3 from Lana Herman. Send me a guy who can do that height. So,
Under 5 minutes now remaining here. I wonder if she's come to the beach, Lana, as that team down there will be saying, different trick for us, please, and a good one. She needs that mega loop board off. That's really going to help her get into things here. A tense moment in this final of the women's division at the Red Bull King of the Air 2025. Natalie Lambrecht has gone for the mega loop board off here. If she can stick the board on here, maybe she's got one hand on the trophy. She's landed it. Therese, you're over the moon there.
I'm sorry.
This is an unbelievable performance. Natalie needed something a little bit special, and that should just squeeze her into a bit more of a comfortable lead. But we still have 4 minutes left, so this is turning out to be a mouth-watering final. We've gone from 24 riders down to 6, 11 countries down to 4. This is finals day, and these women are showing us just exactly why they've earned their spot at the biggest arena of a big air kiteboarding. But what a move there from Natalie, just to Make it for more comment. Lewis, what have you
It's
got for us?
actually a repeat, but it's a better move than the third trick that she
So it'll
performed,
add
which
to her
was
top 3 tricks.
Yeah, it will do, but it is a repeat of a move, so it's not going to give her another point in variation. As I've just missed that from Zara,
No,
but
it
you
was a
feel
failed
now
trick attempt.
that Lana is going to come in.
Yeah.
Maybe on the beach they could say do a variation move which hasn't got so much risk if you can, then save the mega loop board off. But I think she's just going to send it. But the waves are not lining up here. Those waves just punching against her, just interrupting her speed. You need board speed when you're going into these waves, and waves close together are choppy. But on the inside, did look like Zara has committed to a huge boogie loop there, and a nice landing. That will settle her nerves.
Going for that trick for the 3rd time after crashing it twice in a row. So a lot of mind games, a lot of mental toughness to back yourself to go for it for the 3rd time, Therese.
Oh, definitely. Sarah's looking for a move that can put her up there. Let's see, Lana as well, searching for that kicker. She's been turning around a couple of times. I think she knows she has to go for one good and not just any trick, you know, to really win.
She could easily get into first here, though, if she had a big boomer. She's just got to have a nice big... Well, now it's gone up a little bit now. That score's coming in from Natalie. So the trick needed for second is 6.79 for Lana. So she's really got to get that mega loop board off in at some point.
But it definitely does also look like there's a bit of a drop in the Gus right now. But we did see that in one of our previous semi-finals where it started off strong, dropped a little bit during the heat, and then the wind increased again in the same heat. So it shows you in the space of a couple minutes, these riders have to negotiate variations in wind strength. But there's a great shot. Zara, I feel she can pull off something really unique, then she could just edge herself back into first place.
Got to be big, though, but she's known to go big.
Yeah.
Oh, she couldn't connect. I bet she wished she'd held on for that last
Lana
wave.
coming in. Kylo Borov.
Needs to nail this.
Come on.
And she sticks
it's going to change things. Now can she get another move in different variation to really put it on the judges now? Because there's not going to be much between these women. There'll be less than 2 points between them all for sure when that 3rd score drops.
With less than 2 minutes left here in the women's final.
Wow.
There we go, Zara sorting her hair out just to get a clear view all the way straight through to Robben Island. There's another shot. Oh, failed trick attempt, unfortunately, there from Natalie. But still, she's in a comfortable first place. She'll be edging out. Oh, but the clock is ticking, though. It's winding down faster. Every time I look at it, it feels like the seconds are just increasing incrementally.
Wow. These women are so close in the scores.
They've all got 3 good tricks on now. So what are they going to do? What are they thinking? Is this time for their best move ever? Why not go for it and try and sneak another variation point? I can see here there's 3 for Natalie at the moment in the unique moves point here. There is Lana's got 2, Zara's got 3. So Lana could do with another big move, maybe a dirty loop of some sort.
But Lana Herman has moved into 2nd place with what was no doubt that Mega Loop board off. So really attacking the Mega Loop board off variety of tricks here. Natalie, right foot forward. Is she going to do something in towards the beach? It seems like the ocean is just kind of flattened out a bit, and that makes it very difficult to find the ideal ramp. But Zara searching, hunting Lewis, as you always say.
I am sitting on the edge of my seat. Come on, Sarah.
Make her board off.
If she sticks this is big.
She sticks it.
She's done it. 20 seconds left.
Has she got time for one more? Is that enough to drop away the 6.62?
And Natalie with another trick.
We didn't see it. We didn't see what that was. But Lana's going to have 10 seconds here. Can she do a back roll one? It's a boogie loop on the inside. If that's over 6.5, that might help her, but I'm not sure it's going to be.
Guys.
This is nice. Look at this. There goes the buzzer.
Oh, I don't know. That could go anyway, really. That's going to be tight. But you just got to... For Natalie was so solid throughout there. Here is our replay here. Didn't get the perfect takeoff at the end, and it's actually aborted that one. Did Lana, but she just sort of faded away a bit in the middle of that heat after that great start. But then all of the riders came back at the end, and nobody knows here. There'll be that tense wait that you're used to down there, Therese, to break the news. That was wonderful last time.
Just before with Cohen, then we weren't sure who was winning, and the tension was so intense. We're currently waiting for the impression scores, and I know we will see. Oh, here is Lana with her strong comeback. Just finding her flow in the beginning. Natalie with a sick Kylo Borov, scoring a 7.53, I remember. And Sarah as well, responding.
Yeah, nicely. That was a tough one because she was just on the inside. That wave nearly broke against her, but It was Natalie Lambrecht. That dirty loop alone was a belter looking at that now. Will that stay in the judge's mind? Then we saw this clean mega loop board off. The more you see of Natalie, the more you feel that she had the cleaner flow and style. And that is definitely, she's going to tidy up those points. But she looks good. She's feeling good. She's being told. What a moment for her after all that hard work, after so many podiums that she hasn't won. Well, it looks like they've caned the camera. The emotion's so high down there. There's just so, the cameras have just been, there's so much reaction down there.
So much emotion there that it's interfering technologically, but wow, the confirmation.
Natalie.
Yeah, let's keep an eye.
I am crying right now. I'm holding back my tears not to sound so cranky, but oh my God, she's there with Sarah, with her sister, with everyone. Oh.
This is raw emotion there in front of you as we have just finished.
What a raw emotion here. Congratulations, Natalie Lambrecht. What an incredible, incredible performance. You finally sealed the deal on that. Congratulations. All that hard work pays off. How do you feel right now? Let the emotions fly, but the happiness above all.
I'm shaking like of happiness. I can't believe I did it. Like, I didn't crash once. I think I had the most fun I've ever had competing as well. And I think that's the point, you know, like when you enjoy it, that's when the magic happens.
It all came together because of your hard work, your determination, and your passion. So congratulations once again. You want to thank anyone?
Everyone. My sister, my friends, my family, North, Mystic, everyone.
Mother Nature and you guys at home. So the action will continue. Who do you cheer for in the final?
I don't know who's in the men's final.
It is Lorenzo, Leonardo, and Kohan.
Kohan!
I think that's a clear answer. Let's move into the action. But once again, congratulations. Much love, babe.
Guys, that was one of the most beautiful moments I've witnessed in my kiteboarding career. Watching one of your best friends win, that just beats everything. Yeah, I feel like I won.
Yeah, there's iconic moments in kiteboarding, and if anybody deserved this more, it has to be Natalie. You have to remind everybody, she's been so close to the top of podiums for so many years, so many injuries. She is such a good example of staying positive and hard work, and I bet the family watching wherever they are so proud. What a wonderful moment.
Yeah, I know that Susanna and Christoph are glued to the screen right now, and they're probably in full tears like I am, because this moment is what she's been working towards her entire career. And specifically this year with small injuries, she made a big commitment to change to big air, and I think that made
and it was, looking at the scores here as well, I've just had a quick glance, and it was close, you know, 26.92 here to 26.37. Zara really did push her, but it was definitely the variety score. She got 3 points. She actually got a bit more Zara, but it was the impression that done it. The judges...
It's interesting there, Lewis, if I may. It's interesting how the judges' variety score was a distinguishing factor. That's that 3 points out of the 10 on the variety score at the end, showing you just how close overall impression and variety is in the world of big air kiteboarding.
Yeah, I mean, you can't get a closer final, but it's gone Natalie's way this time, which you can have your favourite trades as long as you're not judging.
No, I'm incredibly proud of those 3 finalists as well. Shout out to Lana, who is our rookie. What an incredible performance. And
First
Sarah
ever.
as well.
Yeah, but anyway, now after all of that intense action, we have to go to the final. It is Lorenzo Casati, Leonardo Casati, 2 brothers in the final, unbelievable, and Kohan van Dijk, who will all go for the crown at this year's Red Bull King of the Air 2025. Can you contain yourself, Colin?
No, I can't. It's absolutely electric here. We've seen an electric final from the women's division, and now we're heading into a hyped up electric final with 2 new finalists and one of them a rookie, and in this year's Red Bull King of the Air again. So strap in, ladies and gentlemen. This is what you've all been waiting for. Day 3. We've gone to 3 days of big air kiteboarding to bring you the penultimate crown in the world of kiteboarding here at Kite Beach in Cape Town. So it's going to be a doozy, as you say, Lewis.
Yeah, and Lorenzo Casati, we had those stats earlier. 4 semi-finals, converting all of them now 100% of the time. He gets to the final, setting a bit of history in the process, but I'm sure he will want more than that. Setting off the buzzers, Koen van Dijk. We've just missed that opening trick.
What a start.
But we'll bring it to you. And here is, he's won this before, Lorenzo Casati going straight in with inverted front rolls. Oh, on top of the wave as well. He's
claiming it on the way down. He's saying, I'm here, I'm hungry for a second crown. Lewis, statistically, it does seem that the odds are in the favor of Lorenzo, but it's never over after 15 minutes. It's a 15-minute heat. It's anybody's game of the way these three guys have been performing.
Yeah, and it's hard to tell them apart here as well, as we see it. Mega loop delayed, back row into 2 rotations. I think there was a board spin in there as well from Leo, who, for me, I can tell he's got the black rash vest. Very easy to see who Koen van Dijk is. He's got the black Kite North versus Haarlem in this final of the Open. Big welcome to you here, 5:30 local time in Cape Town, in the mother city, the home of big air kiteboarding. Where have you been? If you have just tuned in, well, you've made it just in time. Aborts that. Oh, he goes for that one.
Goes for it. Very late on the takeoff there by Leonardo. Oh, nice. Oh, it was Lorenzo. The blue and the black vest is skimming us a little bit there, but Lorenzo really capitalizing on that late takeoff there.
He must have felt he could make that, you know, like when you go for one of these breaking waves and it gets you, but he's gone straight out to sea. He's seen something. Look at that reaction from a past champion. He's just powered through that wave, although that time it got the better of him, but that is reactions from a top rider to just quickly go back out like that. But
he did. He wanted to capitalize on that kicker before it broke, so that was good awareness, good situational awareness there from Lorenzo, but not as lucky as his previous takeoff. Ruben, welcome back in the booth, dude. Talk us through this replay.
Thank you so much. So a tornado from Koen with a dirty loop towards the beach, right in front of the crowd.
See where his hand is there? That's how fast. Oh, he had a bit of a crash there, Ruben, unfortunately. We've missed one there from who was that on the way out? That must have been Leo, but his hand was right up against the middle of the bar with that dirty loop. That's how quick kites loop these days. You don't need your hand on the end of the bar.
Yeah, of course, design and development in high-performance kiting gear never stops. And Lorenzo Casati doesn't stop either, by the looks of it. Already ranking into the 20 points.
Lorenzo Casati, but there, Koen opting out of that kicker. Wind also playing interesting games with us, but it is still kind of in the earlier parts of the afternoon as far as the wind conditions are concerned. Usually here in Cape Town, around about after 5 o'clock, the wind usually picks up even more, but we've had good wind for much of the day. As we see a quick replay here. Oh, nice rodeo there from what looks like Leonardo in the black vest. Board spin on the way down with what looked like a dirty loop. I stand to be corrected on that one, but
better takeoff then from Lorenzo Casati. This looks odds on. I bet he doesn't crash this much. He's happy. Hand goes in the air. Remember, everyone at home, he is in contact with his family on the beach via radio on the back of the helmet. I wonder how they worked that out with 2 of them in the final. That's an interesting one. 2 brothers. Which one do you tell was a bit like Formula One? Didn't feel the lift on the way up though, did Leo Casati. It was a bit too poppy on the way up. Maybe the board just slid out from underneath him, so he's going to have to recompose him now, the younger brother of Lorenzo. I mean, I can't believe it. We've got 2 brothers in the finals. It's crazy. But here is Koen van Dijk looking to repair the damage on that crashed dirty loop with rotations on the inside. And oh no, again, what a devy.
The risk here on the inside, just not getting as much height compared to when you're going out towards the back. Oh, but the man from the Netherlands seeing himself in his first final. Ruben, you'll be stoked to have that. I know we are. He's been hungry for it, hungrier than most. After best performance only on his debut in 2022, making to the semi-finals, and this year stepping it one up.
Well, Koen, you could already see his emotions were high, and he's super happy and proud of himself. So he definitely wants to become king. But if you can't beat Lorenzo or Leonardo, then you have to settle for a 3rd place. And I don't think Koen is ready for that. So he's definitely going to give it all he can in this final.
If you're wondering what kite size is, I'm pretty sure they're on 9s out there at the moment. It's a nice takeoff with a double back roll, dirty loop, and a board off. Very not going crazy. I think the wind's just had a little lull out there, boys.
Yeah, now you can see it on the water. When you start seeing these clearer patches and not these rough patches, then it indicates it might just be a big dip. But again, the most all-round complete big air rider is what will be crowned in just over 10 minutes. There we see in the black vest, Leonardo Casati, a reminder at just 16 years of age. Double back loop, board off, dirty loop, board spin on the way down. Landing it nice and cleanly. He needed that, Leonardo. That was good.
And they're having to change their styles now because the moves aren't the same when the winds drop. They have to force it more. The kite's looping slower. We saw really a slow kite loop down there, but this looks like a vertical takeoff. This is going to be a high scorer from Cohen, who's connected with the perfect wave there, Ruben.
Massive doobie board off with 2 added rotations on the way down, and of course including that massive kite loop. Great angle there and great composure for Cohen van Dijk.
Massive doobie.
He needed that. He did that. That was
sounds like a plan, mate.
That sounds like a plan to win the 2025. Again, guys, this is finals 2025 Red Bull King of the Air finals day. There is 3-time podium finisher Lorenzo Casati, mega loop board with a nice board flip. It looked like 2 board flips there. Ruben, correct me if I'm wrong.
No, you're totally spot on.
Oh yeah, that was sweet.
But
Brilliante.
what a risk taken here by Lorenzo by flipping that board again. Like if you drop it, you're separated from your board, and it's some precious time.
Technical skill, like just a high risk.
And look how close he is with his brother now.
Well, I'd like to see a replay there. It almost looked to me like it was like a rewind board flip. I wouldn't be surprised if that was one way and then the other, but it was a bit far away. But here we go.
The same direction flip.
Okay, sure about that.
Yeah, man.
Oh, what a takeoff! Here it is.
Massive doobie, tornado, dirty loop.
He needs to land this. If he does, it's going to be comfortable. He will. He does. Brilliante there from the young Italian. Oh man, that is sensational stuff there. Pazzesco there from Leonardo.
Do you reckon they're still in the same room sharing a bunk bed? I mean, how'd you discuss this
it's going to be an awkward night on the table.
A night in the bunk beds. How'd you get on today? I just podiumed the King of the Air. Me too. Wait.
Nice.
Wow.
The brothers in the final. They did it. What a great strategy.
Pulling away here. They're pulling away. Cohen van Dijk needs to get that 3rd trick score down, but he's got 2 decent ones at the moment. 8 minutes and 15 seconds remain as we see in the background Leo Casati just checking his watch on the inside. Cohen van Dijk right foot forwards with a simple mega loop board off. It's not going to score 6.5 or more, which is what he needs if that trick's really worth it. Helps, helps not to crash it. That will stay in the judges' minds, but the riders have got to be clever here. The conditions now are harder to get top scores, so to get that variation score, they've got to decide, is it worth going down that route, or is it worth trying to up some of my big scores?
Yeah, 100%. Here goes Cohen van Dijk with a massive quadruple back roll board off.
Oh, controlling the landing, just tightening up his core there on the landing just to get his body round. Oh, but look at this response. Woohoo! Drone in trouble.
Double back roll, maybe triple for Leonardo.
Who's now in the lead? He's now in the lead, boys.
Oh, my word. Leonardo Casati. Are we going to see...
surely not.
Are we going to see the youngest ever rise to the top position? Leonardo Casati taking it down. Maybe his weight adding to his advantage just slightly with the conditions here.
We're going to have to rename this Red Bro King of the Air.
Red Bro King of the Air.
Here's a quick replay. Taking his board off on the inverted back roll there, yanking on the front hand, making it a dirty loop. Plenty of time to spare. What experience from a 16-year-old.
I know, this is crazy. They're upping it now. And they've got some up their sleeve as well, remember. We know Lorenzo Casati has the ability to land wraps or blind. And I think these are the perfect conditions, Ruben, to pull that off. But maybe it's a little too early for that. Surely not now with 6.5 minutes remaining.
Wow, what a final, bro. You look at these scores coming through, and they are looking to up them in the remaining 6 minutes and 40 seconds. So we are going to see some wild action and some wild variety.
Can you imagine what it's like? Bro, how's it going, bro? How you doing over there?
Yeah, thousands of people on the beach just trying to hook my most insane tricks right now. How you doing?
Hey, let's block him out.
Oh, double front rotation inverted there, board off with a dirty loop there from... Oh, nice. He likes it. Yeah, you can hear the cheers from the crowd on the beach. That was spectacular there from Lorenzo. Tricky sometimes to tell them apart. A reminder, Lorenzo in the blue vest, Leonardo in the black.
And we got Cohen here in the yellow jersey about to take off again. What has he got for us? A kite loop, board spin, leg,
through the feet.
flick.
Putting the board through the feet. Is he going to skip?
Not super clean.
Take it. He does take it. A bit of individuality in that one. That's his signature one that Ruben, you're not so convinced on just yet, but it keeps his scores ticking because we can see on the scoreboards then is about 1.5 between them all here, which is still close. It's a very close heat, but this for me will be all about who can up it. Cohen needs to go unhooked. Leo, I don't know what he's got up his sleeve, but Lorenzo, I definitely am expecting to see some sort of blind or wrap landing from something.
And it looks like Lorenzo definitely has his overall impression score strategy, because his blue line is just on top there, and that score will be added at the end of the heat to the other 3 highest scoring tricks that you see displayed on the screen. And there goes Cohen again with that tornado board off.
Nice landing.
Towards the beach.
Bounced.
He definitely improved on the last one that he did there. That was excellent work there from the man van Holland in his first ever King of the Air final. We have dropped underneath the 5-minute mark as we see the varieties very close between Leonardo and Lorenzo. But Leonardo looks like he's spotting something, not coming all the way back into the beach, this time heading out left foot forward, but...
wow. Oh, smooth.
Landing in.
He liked it.
Oh, and his brother responding in the back, but
It
not
affected
able.
him, it rocked him, but I'm looking detailed into the stats here. I've managed to find a moment. Unbelievably, 6 trick attempts from different categories. Lorenzo Casati is actually smashing the families right now. He's got 4 is the closest, Leonardo Casati, but Lorenzo out the blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 moves, all over 6.5. He's going to be the one that's leaning towards that score at the moment.
He's definitely got some king energy rock and rolling, but also his brother Leonardo Casati.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me!
You can't land that.
Wow.
You gotta be kidding me!
What a move. Is that the moment Lorenzo Casati has that hand on the trophy, trying to get 2. He's got 1 before, but that was definitely upgraded. Ruben, we need to see a replay of what just happened there.
Board flip with a tornado? You gotta be kidding me?
After the board flip, I think,
Yeah,
as
it was
well.
after the board
That
flip,
was
yeah.
Yeah, it really dropped out of the sky. That is going to get a big score.
Oh man, okay, come on. Let's see what the man from the Nederlander can do.
He needs
Cohen
something
van
big.
Dijk.
Cohen
He
van
does.
Dijk.
He does. Ruben, you know what it's like to be there. You know what is needed in times like this, my bro.
I don't. I've been out there, but I didn't know what was needed.
we didn't have all that data on our smartwatch.
I was just happy to be there.
Here's a quick replay from Lorenzo Casati. Back rotation, mega loop.
Board flip, and then the tornado.
It's really different. And just to be clear, there's lots of viewers watching this in the kiteboarding industry thinking that's not the way it's called. We called it this. These riders are doing things with mega loops, and that's why they have the right. They're telling us here when we're asking, what is that move? Is it a board spin, a board flip? They are telling us, and because they're mega looping like Cohen van Dijk here, they are the ones that are writing history and are able to call these trick names.
Great extension, full body extension there. Ruben, you liked Cohen's technique on that mega loop board off.
Yeah, it was a classic Cohen, super high, super stylish, getting leveled with his kite. But I don't think it's going to add up towards the technicality that the two brothers are showing in this heat, in the Red Bull King of the Air finals. What a phenomenal action here from all these riders.
Oh, and again, ladies and gentlemen, if you look on the top left-hand side of your screen, Lorenzo Casati posting the first 8-point trick or higher in the finals, an 8.1.
He nearly broke the scoreboard.
My word, this is incredible, the back-to-back, the back and forth between Leo and Leonardo, but Cohen really bringing in the style, really appreciating his style at the moment. Quick replay here from him, Ruben.
There he goes, with a little bit of a air
walking
He
on
wasn't
air.
sure about. I think he had something else on his plate there. He was thinking about something else maybe. But time is running out for these riders now. 2 minutes, 5 seconds remaining. Lorenzo Casati in the lead by almost nearly a point, but he's got variation in the back. Although it's at 5 actually now for Leonardo Casati. But the big high score for Lorenzo, that 8.10. One thinks it's going to be tough to come back for the others now.
Nice back roll, kite loop, board off for Cohen, and another added rotation. Happy on that, but
he liked it. He liked it.
The scores are definitely pretty tight, but the overall impression score will do the talking in 1 minute and 35 seconds.
Wow. Wow, cannot believe it has come down to this. Two riders seeing themselves in their first ever King of the Air final. Lorenzo has the experience of 4 years in a row being in this position. He knows what it takes, and at the moment, it does look like he's edging it. As you said, Lewis, he's got 6 unique tricks, whereas Leonardo has 5. Cohen has how many, Lewis? 3. He's got 3. Thanks for that, Louis. As we see, great takeoff. Yeah, look at this takeoff.
Wow. Off cap. Tornado. No
come
way.
on.
Yes.
This is going to be huge.
What a shot! What a shot from the FPV pilot. Even his brother felt it. He liked that one.
Absolute belter here from Lorenzo Casati, just showing what he's made of here in the Red Bull King of the Air finals. Yeah, just showing us why he is the king.
Absolutely phenomenal scenes here with a huge one from Lorenzo. I got a feeling that is going to drop away his 8.1 and become his highest trick yet with just under 30 seconds left, ladies and gentlemen. 30 seconds. Unhooking.
He's gonna make it.
He's got the handle pass. What's he gonna do next?
Come
hold
on.
it.
Jesse Richmond all over again. Go. Oh, he didn't get the downwind.
Massive
lift.
dangle pass.
Huge dangle pass that should add to his variety. that might be it for Cohen Van Dijk as we see 10 seconds left. Let's see what else we got. Down to the wire. There in the air is...
Wow.
No, dropping his board, Leonardo.
It's all over, boys.
Wow.
There goes the buzzer. We did see one other rider flying through the screen. We'll get a replay of that. There was 3 tricks in the space of 15 seconds between these 3 guys.
I think
heart-stopping action here.
I think it has actually broken the score system. I've just got loading in front of me here. So many tricks we saw from Lorenzo Casati. He barely crashed anything. It's going to be hard for me. I can't see anything else there. But those last moves could make a difference. But so many moves. I mean, nearly 8 or 9.
Lou Ruben, talk us through this one we missed on the replay from Cohen.
Another kite loop board off from the fin from Cohen.
It's unhooked. Someone in the background unhooking there. I bet it was a Casati.
No, this was too basic of a move, and I think that secures Cohen in 3rd place. But let's wait for the results. What a phenomenal final here at the Red Bull King of the Air 2025.
Wow. Gents, what did we just witness? We already see a lot of energy. I think there's a strong suspicion amongst the crowd that Lorenzo has taken it. And yeah, it does seem so as per the scores and the tricks that we saw throughout. But we will anxiously stand by to give you the result. But you can see that he's looking at the screens, looking at the iPad. Gents, it looks like it was Lewis. It looks like it was his.
I mean, you couldn't have had a better heat, really, could he? His brother's done well, but he knows. I think it's being broken to him, and it's been confirmed. We'll wait till we see that on your screens, but for his sake, I hope it is him. But he does look... what a belter of heat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 tricks in a row, all over the baseline 6.5. This could be the highest scoring heat ever. This is unreal.
No, but standing by there now on the beach is Teresa, who will break the news. Take it away, Teresa.
Your 2025 Red Bull King of the Air champion, Lorenzo Casati!
What a moment then as Lorenzo Casati embraces his brother and the rest of his team on the beach, taking his 2nd Red Bull King of the Air title. He will definitely now be looking to make history. What a family moment we're seeing down there.
Emotional scenes. Those of you from around the world, take in what you're seeing in front of you as you see a very emotional Lorenzo Casati finishing 2nd place for 2 years in a row behind Andrea.
And it's his now, and 34.02 to 31.12.27.18. Back at home, we've got one name for this. We call this a Harry Kaner.
Kaner, but Lewis, let's not take away Leonardo Casati at just 16 years of age. According to my calculation, I'd love it if anybody can correct me, but I think Leonardo Casati is the youngest podium finisher ever in the history of the King of the Air. Wow. Jamie was also 16, but as far as the months are concerned, Leonardo is younger, but I'd love to be corrected on that. Either way, again, 16 years old, what an accomplishment.
What a moment. He just looks like he belongs there. We talk always about these top 5 riders. Now, Leo's definitely going to be in the hunt. Unfortunately for Cohen, it wasn't to be here, but this man, can anybody stop Lorenzo Casati?
To both of you, what an incredible performance. First of all, how are you feeling right now with your family here?
Well, I can't describe it. It's just crazy feeling, you know. This final was amazing, and the best thing, you know, it was to share with my brother and with my father. And I mean, getting back the King of the Air this year was a dream come true. And you know, also win a trilogy, the 3 biggest competition in the year, and we done it. Yeah.
What does it mean to you to have your brother in your heat and your dad next to you?
I mean, amazing. You know, I was seeing he was also for the first part of it in front of me, so you know, I was even more motivated to push, because for sure I could not make it beat me, so I just went full send, and yeah, just so stoked about it, you know.
Congratulations, let's celebrate.
Yes.
Emotional scenes, and Lewis, to add to the statistics of that final score that we saw there from an absolutely elated Lorenzo Casati. Looks like it's just Lewis lost for words with this incredible final. But his overall impression score, 9.78. Interestingly, that equals Liam Whaley's record of 9.78. He has equaled the overall impression score here in the finals. And
I mean, I can only imagine what this is like. I've got two brothers, but there's plenty of people watching this who've got brothers or sisters just thinking, what must that be like to stand there, you know, 16 years of your life as well. Remember, Leo's so young. I mean, I can't imagine what that'd be like. They don't even kite surf, my brothers. Imagine sharing this, but here are some of the replays of the heat. Lorenzo Casati just looked like something out of a training day for me. We've just seen him go through this so many times. He had the variation, he had landings, he just straight out the bat. We're counting like 9 or 10 perfect moves here, Colin.
Yeah, no, and he did his homework. He did his homework, as was evidenced already from round one, just racking up the points, all of them above 6.5, maxing out that variety score. Unbelievable display of all-round big air kiteboarding.
Yeah, it was, and that's what we're looking to reward, the most complete rider. But just like good champions do, he found a way to step things up here near the end of the heat. We really liked this back roll board flip into a tornado as well, and then coming inside, showing us variation. I mean, just look at this. Do you ever at one moment think he's going to crash this? He's so in tune with his equipment. He was getting the height, extending the legs. He ticked all the boxes, Colin.
He really did. He ticked the style. He ticked the height. He was ticking the technicality. And there was a young Kung Fu pass.
How technically
missed from that.
How technically well executed was that as well? You know, we didn't see that. You're right, that must have been right on the buzzer. And
that was on the buzzer. We did see it in the background there, so that just shows again, ladies and gentlemen, he did that same trick in the finals last year. Last year, again, a reminder, losing out to Andrea with 0.18. 0.18, a devastating second position from last year. Oh, but a relieved first from this year. Look at these scenes again here from Kite Beach in the mother city of Cape Town. If you've never been here, ladies and gentlemen, book your ticket, get down here and come and be a part of incredible scenes.
That's a proud father right there. I can't imagine what that would be like to children. Just, I mean, what must he be saying? And he's been so instrumental to his sons here, you know, on the beach, always supporting them, follows them around the world, making YouTube videos. He's definitely somebody that I don't think they could do without. The families these days of these young riders. Oh, look, they're even making a video. They're even making a video right now, you know, but they're everywhere. I mean, he's actually really handy, a filmmaker as well. He's got the good gear and
really good with it, yeah. Let's hear a little bit, for those of you viewers, let's hear what he has to say with his informal interview.
What a moment, you know. What are you going to do next year? Next year, keep riding the thing even harder.
Come on, get that mic in there.
Again, emotional scenes as they make their way up to the podium of the most coveted position in the world of big air kiteboarding. So this was finals, this was 2025. And again, Lewis, just what you were saying with that overall performance from Lorenzo, just really ticking all the boxes. I don't know what else to say with it. Just one of the most complete performances I think we've seen.
I think the conditions allowed it in the end. It didn't drop too much. It still was good enough. And they train in these wins as well. And I think the conditions allowed it. Another thought quickly, Colin, here before we get to this podium. I'm competitive with my brothers. This is all nice and family, and we're stoked to be 1 and 2, but I just wonder what is going through the younger brother's mind right now. Is he looking at this thinking, I want some of this? I'm happy for my brother, but you know what? I want some of this, because that for sure is something we're going to see play out in our lifetimes.
Definitely. I think Leonardo can hold his head up so high. What a performance at just 16 years of age, making it to the podium, and a phenomenal second place. Looking at the family scenes, and I'm looking there in front of me, and I'm a big family man. Big shout out to mom and dad and sister. Love you guys. And as a family man, I think Leonardo is having the time of his life. I think he's having the time of his life, not just enjoying a second place, but enjoying the first place with his brother, with his family, with his father. I think he's over the moon.
Yeah, because he would have heard about all these things from his brother back home. How does it really feel behind the scenes? And now he's established himself as a top rider. This is the moment that he gets to walk up that famous private walkway, up the sand, and he will be ushered into position, and there'll be people around him saying, quick, get your board, make sure your stickers look good. But yeah, this is where your team really comes in around you here, and it's the moment, one of the highlights of your life, you know, certainly for me to stand there of some sort. I just wanted to stand there, but these riders, some riders, that's good enough. For other riders, they want to stand there in first with the trophy, you know, and to do it multiple times. So yeah, it depends on the luck of the draw. Sometimes who's in your generation, you know, you got a guy like Kevin Langare and Aaron Hadlow, domination, but I think we've seen two riders here that are going to dominate as they now congratulate the women. You thought we talk about crowds down here, Colin, but it's always good to see when you see the podium.
It is an incredible scene as everybody gathers around the judging tower. They're in front of the leaderboard with the continued embrace there. There's Lorenzo and Cohen embracing one another. Cohen Van a Red Bull rider, hungry as ever for the finals and first place, but unfortunately to be denied this time. But he's had a couple podium finishes this year. He'll be very happy to be on the podium of big air kiteboarding.
He's rounding a good year here. I think it's his third podium. Really firmly is one of the top 5 riders in the world. But in the women, I mean, there's actually this much has sunk in now. Having to watch that final of the men, embracing Zara Hugenrad is Natalie Lambrecht and Lana Herman as well, and Ruben Lenton and Teresa will be performing. We'll be told very shortly, I'm sure, Colin, to keep quiet. But it's there's always interesting scenes before a prize giving. Just look how quiet everybody is, all chilled. It's going to erupt in a minute.
It is. In the next few seconds, I suppose, you're going to hear the applause of a lifetime. And let's not forget, we ran a historic second women's division final at this year's King of the Air, as well as the most rounded performance, arguably, that we have seen in the men's or opens division final here at the 2025 Red Bull King of the Air. You can still see a lot of wind filling in. And it has been a spectacular day of finals. We've started off with women's round, women's final, men's final, and Lewis, a loss for words at that incredible display of kiteboarding that we saw there.
Yeah, family domination there in that final. That was unbelievable, but it is time to hand over now to see the official prize giving.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much from the bottom of our hearts for being with us here today in person and of course on the live stream. So give a big round of applause for yourself for bringing the vibe, bringing the energy and supporting these world-class big air superstars. And of course, a massive shout out to all the athletes that have been performing for us during the Red Bull King of the Air 2025. What a show it was. So thank you all the riders here at the Red Bull King of the Air. Woo! The judges, the organization, the sponsors, of course the local community, and last but not least, Graham riding with us in spirit. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. And without further ado, this is the most prestigious big air kiteboarding event in the world, and the women's division for the second year in a row impressed us big time. So Therese, what have we got?
What a historic moment for the second time in a row. Our 2025 Red Bull King of the Air Women's Division. In third place, our rookie from Slovenia, Lana Herman. Coming in strong in second place from the Netherlands, Sarah Hugenrad. And in first place, our 2025 Red Bull King of the Air Women's Division Champion from Sweden, Natalie
Put your hands together for these champs. Natalie Lambrecht, your new Red Bull King of the Air champion in the women's division. It's champagne time, baby. That's right, champagne time here at the Red Bull King of the Air. Put your hands together for Zara Hugenrad, Lana Herman, and Natalie Lambrecht. Hardy with the reflexes. Nice one, nice board save. Sprint, sprint, baby!
Let's go, ladies! Everybody, give it up for your 2025 Red Bull King of the Air winner, Natalie, you've been working so hard for this moment. Is there any specific method or people you want to thank out there?
I want to thank, well, this is scary because it's so many people, but my sister and my coach Michiel and the whole Mystic and North team. You guys have been amazing. I couldn't have done it without you guys. Like,
Thank you so much.
Guys, congratulations, Natalie Lambrecht. What a performance, absolutely incredible. And as we continue with the champs of the Red Bull King of the Air Open Division in the 2025 edition, it was wild. It was crazy. And to see two brothers in the final, edging out in third place from the Netherlands, Koen van Dijk! Yeah, Big C in the house. Congratulations, brother. Really showing us the style, the power, the commitment, and the variety. Congratulations. And in second place, at 16 years old from Italy, Leonardo Casati! His debut here at the Red Bull King of the Air, ending him in a second place, just below his brother, the current Red Bull King of the Air champion, Lorenzo Casati, baby! Congrats, King! Give it up for your new king! These riders really showed us what they are made of, what the modern extreme big air kiteboarding looks like, and how to keep yourself composed in the most prestigious event in kitesurfing, the Red Bull King of the Air 2025 champion, Lorenzo Casati! Nice photo moment for these champs. Give it up one more time for the champs. Incredible action, incredible style, incredible performance. I mean, you look like you're on another level. What does this mean to you, this exact title?
Wow, I'm without words. First, I want to share this moment with Graham. I know he's up there watching this, and I think he's the best for sure. I want to say congratulations for Koen for such an amazing riding, and congratulations to my brother. He was riding amazing, but sorry, you have to wait till next year. And last, I want to thank my dad for all the support, for all the help, and for all the training we did together. And without him, I wouldn't be here today. And as well, thank you so much for my sponsors. Without you guys, I wouldn't be here today. And thanks for the amazing public here that was watching the competition today here at the house. You guys are the best.
Wow, wow, wow. Thank you for those beautiful words. Like a real champ. One more time. Lorenzo Casati, Leonardo Casati, and Cohen Van Dijk. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Let's quickly head back into the booth.
Cool.
Lewis, iconic scenes.
Yeah.
With Lorenzo Casati joining the ranks of 2 or more crowns. He's been waiting for 2 years for this, so absolutely brilliant. And again, this was an all-round complete performance. And again, at just the 16 years of age, we see Leonardo rise to the podium and Cohen finding his first final. It doesn't get any better than this.
Such is the way with all sports. Domination has to continue in some ways and end in other ways. You know, Natalie Lambrecht now surging forward into the limelight there on the top of the podium in the women. She's been hanging around so close to the top. Now she's the name that everybody's talking about. Leo Casati emerges as the younger brother that we're talking about. Lorenzo Casati, after such a good year, looking for that double Red Bull King of the Air championship. He's got it now. Will he now go on a journey in the next years? It's just so exciting in kiteboarding. And the ages are unreal. 16, he couldn't even drink the champagne there.
No.
And I didn't what? Did he drink it?
No, I don't think so. I think he just sprayed it out. So very responsible there from him, from the young man. But let's take a quick look, Lewis, at the overall results from the women for this year's King of the Air event. So stay with us as we go through just some results of what has been 3 days of incredible big air kiteboarding.
Joint 5th place, Pippa van Ursel, Svenja Zoe Peters, unfortunately, in the first round, out 3rd. It was Lana Herman. Francesca Maney, who had to settle for 4th place as Zara booted her out in the semis. But the final finish, Natalie Lambrecht in 1st place. Zara Hugenrad took 2nd. And Lana, in her first ever King of the Air women's division, finishing 3rd. She'll be happy about that and to have got on the podium. Now we're going to switch over to the men's, the open division here, Colin.
This was, again, also the women doing a fantastic job. But here are the results. Let's work it from 4th place down. Zach Adams, Lucas Cerruti, Parker Sage earning a well-deserved 4th place. And then moving on down there, Jason van der Spey, very unlucky. He would be bummed about his performance. But Jason Timo Shahar also in a respective 7th place. As we, J-Bo, Jeremy Belanders, we saw devastating scenes there from him, emotional, finishing in 7th. But he will be back. Giel Vlucht also frustrated at the conditions in day number 3, but a good performance there from him. Andrea Principi also in 7th. But let's quickly go back one page as well, just to discuss a little bit more of what was incredible results and performance and upsets that we saw at the 2025 King of the Air. We saw the reigning king from last year knocked out in the dying seconds. But Lewis, back on page number 1, let's talk a little bit further about what we see here.
I just want to see it. I just want to take that in. 2 brothers, Casati, 1 and 2. Just look at that right now. That isn't a typo or anything you're seeing right now. It's very difficult. They both start with L, I know, but 2 brothers at the top. We have never seen that, you know. Also the other double on that screen, or the double if you like. Great results for the United States of America. They are back. Zach Adams and Parker Sage. The South Africans must be happy as well. Luca Cerruti and Jason van der Spey in the top 10. No podium for you this time round, Colin, but they done pretty well.
No, they did. And Lucas Cerruti also rewriting the script with his injection of a foil kite there into his round 3, which worked in his favor. So again, it's been I feel that there's been advancements for each of these riders. Each of these riders have advanced in some way, shape or form at this year's event, and that's what it's all about. It's about progression.
Yeah, and I think another real win here for the 2025 edition was that real clarity in the variation score, which has been talked about for so many years. Some events just have one trick. That's all scores. You're just your best trick scores. We here are trying to really give the rider that's the most complete on the water the championship, you know. And that's the way it works here. So 3 your best tricks and the variation score. They all know where they stand, as we do when we're watching too.
It is, and they'll be taking a good look online to learn from what has been an incredible event here at the 2025 Red Bull King of the Air. Lewis, before we're about to sign off, any last words for the viewers on what has been an historic day?
I don't think there's anything more left for me to say. That is, there we go, year number 13, on to the next one, year 14. I mean, can it really get that much better? What an amazing time that was.
It was an incredible time. And listen, from myself and Lewis here in the commentary box, I want to thank each and every one of you for joining us at the 13th edition of the Red Bull King of the Air, bringing you the world's biggest and best big air kite surfers. But we invite you now to sit back and relax and enjoy the highlights from the 3 days of incredible incredible big air kiteboarding. And stay tuned online for highlight packages. There's going to be plenty of buzz on the internet, so please soak it in and come and be a part of the world's biggest stage in big air kiteboarding. But from us here in the commentary box, from Ruben and Therese outside, we bid you farewell, and we will see you next time. Have a good one. All the best.
Bye-bye.